And we're live.
Oh, hey. I always forget this is on my channel. And then I got to bring us in. How's everyone doing? I've been talking to y'all a little bit in the chat. It is a hot one here in New Jersey, and it's so weird because I was just telling Steve, it's 91 degrees. And then I look down, I like blink and look down, it's actually 84. I don't know what happened. It was 91 today, though, and RJ wanted to swim in his little toddler pool, and he hasn't used it since June, and I left water in it. It was gross. Thank goodness for comment. Anyway, welcome, peace, love, and blessings to our oracle reading. I found the crystal Steve bought me and the little table tapestry here, which I just set up behind me because I did some readings with the gigantic, like, wall, bigger than poster size tapestry that I folded. Then I find this. Angry Midget 77. Yes, I got you on the list. Anna, you too. 13 past midnight. Welcome. Haven't seen you in a while and fancy seeing you here. Lotus Girl, like I said, I love that you know how to make an entrance with those like, hey boo, I'm here. Let the party get started. Nick, my Nikki, how you doing, baby cakes? Be kind. Darlene, how are you? Anytime. Anna, I don't even know if I said your name. I'm so sorry. I've been going so fast through this. Donna Messenger, hey, my mama bear, welcome. And it's Jack in the Box. What's up, Johnny Appleseed? So far I have Angry Midget, Nick, Anna, Donna, and Jack. Guys, I said 13 to 15. Steve thinks that a lot. So I'm going to do 13 to 15. I don't know how many Steve is going to do. My niece is in the house. Welcome, Alex Estrella. And the reason is because this, right? Last week, we went for almost 4 hours, and I'll probably explain this again later. And when I woke up the next day to read for someone else and did like my grounding and my meditation, like my aura cleanse, my aura, which is usually bright green, had like black spots all over it. I had a sleep paralysis episode the night before. So while I didn't realize how much it was draining me while I was doing it, because I was having so much fun up until like the last 20 minutes, I was good. I could have went all night. Afterwards, I really realized how much it affected my psychicness, my aura. Yeah, I was fried. And I know Steve was too.
Yeah, and I'd read for 4 hours the previous night on Cassie's channel, Oracles and Beyond. So 4 hours in a row, 2 nights in a row, that was a lot. I was getting that darkness too. You have to ground yourself and get all that off. You can pick it up from people real easy. I found that out years ago when I did tarot cards.
You know, you were telling me that, and I kind of understood what you were saying, like you're going to pick up a little negativity, but I didn't realize, because I talk a lot about the work I do on like honing my psychic abilities and all that, but I don't get like in depth because like who cares, right? It's like my thing. But like I said, when I was doing that, I saw it. Like when I was trying to like project my aura, like you project your aura as far as you can and then keep doing it every day to get it further. And it was like, it was almost black. It's usually bright green. It was almost black. So Lotus Girl, you're perfectly fine. Like I said, and plus we want to have a little bit of time to also speak to you guys. And be careful what you wish for, because I've been doing so many exercises, like every spare second, even going behind on my channel to open up my clairvoyance. And boy, did I, because last Wednesday I picked something up, and I think it has something to do with someone in the chat. So I'll bring it up again at the very end. There's a Jen or a Jenny, Total Valley girl, blonde ponytail. I believe she's an overdose. And she's been here with me just yapping in my ear for the entire week. But she must be newly deceased because there are actually no messages coming through. But she has to be connected to somebody. She's not connected to me. So I will bring it up again at the end of chat. Blue Heron, welcome. So good to see you.
And I saw Melissa Wiggins come in there. Hey, Melissa.
Oh, I didn't see you. Sorry, girl. So how's everyone doing tonight? Everyone I was going to say a good weekend, but it's Wednesday. So a good week so far. Melissa Wiggins said, as tired as I am, I got to take a nap for a whole 30 minutes. LOL. I just tossed and turned and finally gave up after I couldn't get back to sleep. LOL. Totally get it. The good thing is my toddler, I used to try to give him a nap between 11 and 12, and he used to nap really well. And now I used to give him one between 11 and 12, and he would pretty much wake me up every 10 minutes. Like, you gonna wake up now, mommy? So what I do is I wait until 2 o'clock. By the time he falls asleep, it's 3, wakes him from his nap at 5, which is great. We go right down, eat dinner, right? At like 6 or 7, play for a little bit, back in bed by 10. But he actually does nap now. He naps for the whole time. So I actually get my nap during the day. My medication does make me very tired. So I do need that nap. Blue Heron, you're perfectly fine. I wanted to show you guys something cool. So you guys know I have the Shapeshifter deck, the Vampire deck, the Mystical Moments deck. I got this deck and I love it. Not only, I like the long reads, don't get me wrong, of the Shapeshifter and the Vampire deck, but these are straight and to the point. And I've been getting so many intuitive messages. Steve, I did yours. I did a 6-card read for you and you said it was pretty good. Welcome, Devin.
In depth and very intuitive.
So I'm really happy to do this and get started. Steve read for a really long time last night too. That's why 13 to 15 might be a lot for him. What I'm going to do is take like 25 names and that's it. And then we'll do it again next week. We're going to be here every week. And you guys are also great. I know that nobody's going to be like, oh my God, you guys suck. So I have already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And Devin, I think you want one as well. Blue Heron, I'm not sure about you. And then we can start and kind of just take it slow and talk in between and hang out. I think last week it was just read after read after read. We didn't even get to hang out with you guys. We didn't even get to talk. And I want to show you guys one more thing. It's so funny because I'm always so tired. I don't know how I'm going to get through the stream. And as soon as the stream starts, I'm like, bam, I'm on. So I'm trying to show it's a little awkward. And I have to give Steve the link, but we're going to put it, when I put it on my Facebook, I brought my mom one and my niece one. I brought my niece a triple with the little elephants. This is quadruple. This is amethyst, and I don't remember the other stone, but it's for spiritual cleansing, mental clarity. It says I love you on it. It's got a tassel, a little, I guess an angel wing, or I guess it could be a feather. I think it's an angel wing though. And then the little tassel. I got my mom yellow tiger eye. It could be a feather. And Indian agati stone. And this is purple amethyst and something else. And they all mean all different things. I got them on Amazon. And believe it or not, it was $6.99. Some of them are $12.99, the sapphire ones. Some of them are $9.99. But this one is $6.99. No, Alex, you're the actual best. I swear to goodness, God made a mistake. And Alex should have been my daughter. We've always been so close. She's always been my daughter, you know, and now she's all grown and has kids of her own. And I'm like, yeah, Melissa, definitely I'm going to give you a card tonight, but I'm also doing a private reading for you because of what happened last week when you kind of jumped out. I still haven't had the time to do it, but I will get it done. If not this week, I do everything on Sunday. So we'll work it out.
Melissa's something else. I've been talking to her a lot. She's coming under our wing and into our stable. She's going to be writing some for the channel.
Good.
And we've got some other stuff going on with her. She's one of us, definitely.
Very cool.
You and her have a lot in common. I'll be anxious for you guys to talk.
We definitely are. I think I sent you my number today. I finally was able to get back to you because email and Facebook Messenger, like, yes, I do check them. But guys, I'm so sporadic and bad with it that it's, yeah, you might not hear from me for a week or two. You know what I mean? And I don't like to do that to people. So if I feel good about the person, I give them my number. I've only done it. I think you're like the 9th person. I've regretted it twice. So intuition was a little off twice because I thought people were like really cool and like awesome. And then they ended up being very stalkery, or they would get like high or drunk and call me. And I don't care what you do in your personal life. But like I said last week, if you message me, you're like, yo, bro, what's up? And like start this whole like talking to me like a gangster and I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, I'm having dinner with like my family. And then 20 minutes later, you're like, yo, bro, what's up? And I'm just like, I can't. You know what I mean? And I'm not to that person. I know you're going to know I'm talking to you. I did block you. I will unblock you if you can send me an email telling me what that was all about. It says, actually, I can't stand up. I do it all the time, guys. I'm sorry. It gets hot in here. Can't
You're
stand
pantsless.
up. I'm pantsless. But it says Jesus, that's why. And thank you so much. I have one that says, y'all need Jesus. I have one that says, Jesus is my anchor. And I ordered a hoodie for the fall that says, Jesus loves this hot mess. And also a tank top that says, Jesus is my rock. And that's how I roll, because Jesus is, for me, the ultimate rock star, the ultimate physician. He is just like the coolest MFer I've ever gotten to know in my entire life. And he saved my life by breaking my shackles of addiction and giving me my son. So Oracles and Beyond, Cassie, hey, I'm so sorry.
Hey,
I didn't
Cassie.
get to join last night, but I think I should be able to be there next week. Would you like a card, Cassie?
You missed a hell of a stream over there last night. It kind of turned into the
know.
Steve Stockton comedy hour after
I
we
love
got
it.
through reading for people. I had everybody in stitches over there last night. Not intentionally. I just got on a roll and started ripping on stuff and cracked everybody up.
I just got out of the shower, so my hair is a little weird. Lotus Girl says, I love my crystals. I have a 60-pound amethyst geode. I'm not sure how to pronounce that.
Geode, it's a natural crystal. Do you wear that around your neck?
She's like a gangster rapper over the crystals.
A 60-pound crystal.
I have this one crystal. Again, crystals for me are like cryptids. I guess anything with cry in the name. I have never been really into them too much. I hung it on my house fan just because I want to get a different chain for it, but never been into them until recently. So I am going to be getting some. Hello, the Unseen Paranormal Podcast. I want to say the name.
Eric.
I think your real name is Eric. Okay.
Eric, yeah.
Thought
Is
so.
that the crystal that I sent you?
Yeah, that's what I said. Did I say that?
It's for pendulum dowsing, but you can use it for anything.
I just thought it'd be cool to have here in the background. Steve brought me the tapestry. Steve brought me my first oracle cards. I showed you guys the Animal Spirit Tarot deck that I am learning to work with. My friend Sam reached out to me from high school, and I hope she comes in the chat eventually. She just moved to Florida. Her mom passed away, unfortunately. I think that's what she was saying, and left her a house and some money in Florida, which was really cool. No, Melissa, I was saying I never check my email. That's exactly what I was saying. And I know you're not a crazy stalker. I did give you my number. So Sam is kind of looking for something more to what she's doing. And just with life in general, she has a lot of free time. And she really likes what I'm doing with YouTube and wants to do it. Sam and I were kind of outcast in high school. We became friends eventually. We was kind of like a frenemy situation until we became friends. We both were different and off, quote unquote. I think with just a lot of psychicness, having a lot of family problems, and just not, we went to a very upper class, goody type, Sweet Valley High book high school. So anyway, I invited her in for Friday's stream. I hope she comes. She wants to learn tarot with me. She wants to do like a serial killer kind of podcast, but on screen on YouTube. She's just amazing. When my ex-husband and I broke up, Sam and him did date for a little while, but I don't hold that against her. I'm sure that she got enough crap just dating him, so she doesn't need any more from me. And one more thing, I see you have your card thing up. Guys, I tried to do a card table so hard, but I could not get my tripod to set the right way. So I'm not going to have one this week, but it's all right. Dragons, welcome. Just stop by to say hi.
Get your set up for next week.
Yeah, I'm going to do the best I can to have one next week, but I don't really mind holding the card up
tonight.
I ordered a card holder, so I'm wondering if I'll be able to put just the card in the card holder and have a camera on that. Would be a lot easier than getting my tripod has it won't face down because it's one of those small table tripods.
Yeah, I looked at those, and that would be a good alternative. That's almost what I did. And then I've got this fancy tripod that can contort in all these different configurations. So that's it, pointing straight down. It works like that.
Well, everything I have pretty much, except for this thing over my mic, this whole big mic stand here I have, you pretty much bought me all my equipment. I mean, I brought my, Ray bought my laptop and all that, but as far as equipment, like my mic, my lights, my tripods, everything, you bought me. I love you, Steve.
I love you too. It's just, if I'm going to mentor you, I'm going to mentor you and do whatever I can. And I think we brought you quite a ways in a short time already.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? And guys, the first thing Steve ever sent me was this big bouquet of white daisies. Daisies are my absolute favorite flower. And I had mentioned it I don't remember what we were talking about. I'm like, oh, I love daisies. And he sent me this beautiful bouquet of daisies, just welcoming me to the MP&M family. I have one of those daisies in my freezer, actually.
It was actually from all of us, but yeah, I was the one that did it.
I know it was you, though. They didn't know I love.
Yeah, I picked that up in conversation and just filed it away. Like I know your
Steve
birthday's
does
March
that.
1st. I just file things away and
Like,
don't forget them.
I was talking about how I was upset because a sweater I bought that says Faith, I thought it had thumb holes in it, and I love thumb holes. Sometimes I'll cut them in my shirts. And the next thing I know, for St. Patrick's Day for my stream, Steve bought me a shirt that said Irish and just a plain black long sleeve with the little thumb holes. I was complaining that my purse isn't big enough. He went out and brought me this amazing purse that I'm still using. I put my Guess purse and my Gucci purse away to use this purse because it could fit my laptop in it. I mean, just amazing.
You could get RJ in that purse. I looked at purses for like 2 whole days. Had to be just the right size, just the right color, just the right extra stuff with it. But I think I picked a good one there for you. You seem happy with it.
You definitely did. I still use it. I can fit my Kindle in it too. Alex Estrella, you're so beautiful, my auntie. I love you so much. You look exactly like me. You're beautiful too. Thank you. And you're a beautiful soul as well. Master Angler, I don't know what simp means. And yeah, Steve, your beard does seem a lot longer.
It's getting there. It's still work in progress, but keeping it oiled and doing the beard stuff on it. Oil and balm.
It's Jack in the Box. I'm going to buy you a diamond. You bought me a chocolate diamond, and of course, it went missing when I lived on Buffalo Ave. Welcome, Pam Smith. How are you?
I don't think she's here, but Laura Stevens sent me a edible fruit arrangement.
So jealous.
For hitting 100,000 subscribers on my channel over there. And I wasn't expecting it. I just showed up and I'm like, I'm not expecting anything. And it said edible on the box. And I thought, what in the world?
I forgot.
Deb and I did it online at Amazon, but I wouldn't care if they did. I've never had a problem. When I was married or had a girlfriend or whatever, I'd go buy tampons. I don't care.
Steve's that guy. That's why I'm going to be moving in with him. I know. As soon as he buys his house, I'm moving in.
My compound.
Jack, you're going to have to come to Tennessee or something. So Magpie Spirit, welcome. Haven't seen you in stream in a while. Stemma Cruz doing good. If you didn't tell me yet, and I didn't say your name, Angry Midget, Nick, Anna, Donna, Jack, Alex, Lotus, Melissa W, Devin, Alex E, Blue Heron, Oracles, and Eric, if your name's not on that list and you want an Oracle card, let us know because I'm doing 13 to 15. I don't know how many Steve's going to do, but I want to be able to, like we're talking now, you know what I mean? Last week, it was just like bam, 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 and it was just like way too much and people weren't there. So
it was, I think just
we live and we learn, you know what I mean?
Another. Plus, it's so hot here. It's hard for me to focus and concentrate. It's 100 degrees here right now.
I would like to get started.
A little cooler inside. Yeah, let's go ahead and get going.
Steve, you want to start with Angry Midget?
Let's see.
Or I can start. Don't matter.
Yeah, you go ahead and start.
All right. Angry Midget. Okay.
Yeah, this is a new deck I'm using. I haven't used these before, so we'll see how it goes. I may have to switch to something else.
Jack, I just want everyone to know who I'm talking to. Jack is John or Johnny to me, so it's one and the same, guys. All right, Angry Midget, here we go. I'm not going to do the pick a number thing. I'm just going to go off the top because that also takes time up. This card has come up for every single person I've read for, including myself, this whole week. You got the Witch, the earthly weaver of the worlds. Earth, air, fire, water, a woman lovely, a woman strange, weaver of the worlds, moon's daughter, witch, the catalyst for change. Witches have had a bad PR day for a couple of millennia now. Originally, the healers or cunning women of the village, the very word witch comes from the Celtic word wish, meaning weaver or wise. When the new religion of Christianity spread through the land, the custodians of the old pagan ways, in part the witches, were labeled as evil and, as we know from history, persecuted. They were driven underground or under the night sky into the shadows of misunderstanding and darkness. However, for the purposes of Halloween, let's look at witches as the weavers of magic and change. Through spells and rituals, and even through herbal recipes, yes, often brewed in a cauldron, They weave the powers of this world and the next in synergy to solve problems and heal. Holding the witch card means that you can weave your own change throughout your life, and that magic indeed is afoot. You must understand that you have power and it is real. It may also indicate that others may be threatened by your developing personal power and that they may not appreciate or like the changes in you as you grow. Be prepared for this and do not be discouraged. New friends and better opportunities will be attracted instead. So basically with this card, it's like you're making personal changes. And if you're not right now, you will be in the very near future. You're going to make changes. You're going to find out things about yourself and what you really want. You're going to be getting rid of things. I'm getting in my head things that aren't serving you. You're going to be getting rid of things that are not serving you anymore. And some of that could be people. They're not going to agree with it. They're, of course, going to want to stay in your life to manipulate you, take advantage of you, all the things that they do, right? To you. And of course, you're going to have problems. So watch out for the drama. Do not get caught up in it. You are on the right path. You have something magical coming in. I'm getting friend. You're going to meet a best friend, a friend that you're going in business with. Have a bigger connection with a best friend. There's something about friendship here. Maybe make some new friends who aren't going to treat you that way. Maybe it's us here in the stream, your tribe. So no problem. That was for Angry Midget. Steve, you can let me know when you're ready.
Okay. I was just sending out some invites to the channel here.
Howie, welcome.
Yeah, good
Master,
to see you.
yes, I can.
Howie, all the way from Hawaii. Had a few regulars that are absent. So I'm sending a little message there to get in their butt a little bit and say, hey, where are you?
Yeah, I sent Facebook, but I didn't tag them. And I also created the post. So you're up with Anna.
Okay, Anna, and I'm using the Magic of You Oracle. And again, bear with me. This is a brand new deck. First time I've used it. We'll see what kind of connection I have with it and what connection it has with you. Gemma, I'm getting a lot of feedback from somewhere I can hear myself.
But it can't possibly be me because nothing else is on. There's an electric storm going on outside.
I don't know. I can hear myself talking back, but not
Can
all the time.
anyone else hear an echo? It's weird. Okay,
weird part
you know what?
of it.
Let me back the microphone up from my mouth. It's right up on my face.
What are you listening on? Are you listening on headphones or earbuds or something?
I'm doing the same thing I do every single week.
Because if the echo cancellation's on, but it's not 100%, so it can let it slip through. So if you're listening on speakers or something.
Yeah, I apologize. I'll move it away from my face a little bit. Someone said something. Leanne Noel, my first live. Yay. Well, welcome. And we hope that you really like it. Okay. Well, Steve has a lot of equipment that could be picking up the echo. Thanks, guys, for letting me know. I'm really sorry.
Before we continue, Melissa's got something she wants to get off her chest there. Go ahead, Melissa. I'm still shuffling cards here.
So she says, I'm going to read it in case some people don't catch it. I don't want to interrupt, but I want to share this and get it off my chest before I forget. I heard a few months ago, and I thought it was so very strange. A couple decades ago, this woman spoke at a university somewhere, and I think it was Arizona. Anyway, she was speaking about the physical characteristics of a natural witch, and it literally blew my mind. She described the natural witch as having...
Yeah, waiting for the next part.
We're just waiting for the next part. Taking our time tonight, guys.
And then, Anna, while we're doing this, go ahead and either clear your mind and see what the universe has to throw at you, or think of a specific question or issue or something that you would like some advice on from the other side.
Melissa, I think you and I have a lot in common. I have a couple of those characteristics. I have the saddle birthmark on my upper left back of my arm, right by my underarm here. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's right there. That's definitely a sign. And I have the birthmarks on my face that my psychic children also have.
You must be a witch.
I believe I am. Blonde hair, blue or green eyes, and a left pointed ear. I literally have golden strawberry blonde hair, blue, green eyes, and a left pointed ear. I hate to interrupt, and I know it's off topic. No, it's never, nothing's ever off topic, and you are definitely not interrupting. There is always time. You're gorgeous too. We have a beautiful family here, really.
We do. We really do.
And Edna, welcome. Guys, we're doing readings. We have only a couple more spots left. Melissa, you and I have a lot in common. I can't wait to I got cursed by black magic in Jamaica 15 years ago. 2 weeks ago, a random confirmed it in a gas station. Master Angla. Well, we'll do a reading and we'll see what's up with that. Strange, but I just felt like it was something that I needed to share with people who understand. Totally.
Okay. Anna, if you're ready to go now, you can give me a number between 1 and 36. It can be a special number for you. You can be picked at random, or you can just let me pull a random card out of the deck, whichever works best for you. I'll count down to your favorite number or the number that you pick, or I'll just pick one at random. So let me know what you got there. Yeah, I'm all shuffled and ready to go whenever you reach on a number or just want a random card. Number 12. Okay.
Welcome, KC and Jason.
Number 12. And you got card number 6 out of the deck, Epiphany. Reveal your gifts. Get it on the card cam here. Hopefully you can see that. It's a beautiful card. I like the artwork on this deck. Let me pull it up to the fore here. Epiphany. Reveal your gifts. And let's see what this little booklet says. Now, I'm going to be reading from the booklet on all these because I haven't used these long enough to have all the meanings memorized. They're fairly short.
Oh, look how beautiful.
Yeah, these are gorgeous cards. I love that Halloween deck, too. That's what I've had on order, but mine's not coming until August because they're coming from China. The girl of Epiphany is caught enjoying the sweet scent of her own success. But now it's time to share this success with the world. Have you been keeping something from others? Something that would surprise and delight them? The world wants what you have to share. Awaken to your hidden talent. You are more than enough. There are hidden gifts, a new skill, new passion bubbling up, ready to pour out of you at this time, just as the gold pours out of the girl of Epiphany's arm. What is a deep goal, something you have considered impossible? It's your duty to unveil and release this potential inside you. The time to act is now. The universe will conspire in your favor if you take action. And there's a little thing here included with it. It calls it a ritual, but I think that's a little heavy-handed. But for 3 days, say yes to every request and opportunity. Be guided only by yes and where this willingness takes you. Witness the special skills and talents unleashed within you, knowing that anything is possible when you allow it to be. Now, that could be all kinds of different things. If there's something you've been thinking toward or working toward or thinking you might like to try, now's the time to do it. The universe is nudging you right along. Now, again, as I like to say, the cards nor the universe, it doesn't compel or it impels. It doesn't force you. It can nudge in the right direction, but what you do is entirely up to you. You are the master of your own destiny. So hopefully that means something to you and you're taking something away from that. But good card. I like that.
That was a great card. That's it. You know what? So these decks are just gorgeous. These are just, even the vampire deck, which I haven't used yet, which I'll probably use next week. They are just gorgeous. I think maybe some people just don't like the oracle readings, which is okay. I get it, but I'm very surprised to see 2 particular names missing. They're here every single week, but they're always missing together. But I know that one lives in America, one lives in England.
Yeah,
so I don't know what they're doing.
Talking about. Not sure what they're up to. Maybe playing show and tell on the webcam. I don't know.
Maybe. Be kind. I didn't get you if you wanted a card. And okay, I got everyone else. So, Alex, I put you twice. Nick Y, my Nikki. Clear your minds. And yes, Casey, I have the birthmark on my upper left inside arm too. My mother always said it was the mark of a witch. Funny. I guess I can do the count. Nikki, give me one out of, I believe there's 32 left now. This is a 33, 41 cards. No, 33 cards. I think 33 cards. So give me a number between 1 and 32. 7, 8.
Guess I could take that down now and put you back up there. I forgot. We'll get your card cam set up by next week. And then I like the way that holds it stable.
36 cards. So 13. Yeah, I like it too. I am working on it. I have another nightstand like the one I'm using for this. Oh, you're very welcome, Anna. Hey, Richard Elmore. So be kind. Is that a yes? Okay. Nick, 13. 4, 5.
Hi, Rachel Rodriguez. Good to see you. Been missing you lately.
10, 11, 12. Rachel, welcome. Ooh, I haven't done this card yet. Nick, you got, and again, I have been reading with these, but I like reading the little thing in here, even though I know the gist of some of the cards, I'm still going to be doing this. So you have the Mummy, the card of change. The sand in his mouth, the bandages wound, jealous of the living, eternal life bound. Oh, the bandages wound, jealous of the living, eternal life bound. The ancient Egyptians took death very seriously. Death was seen not. Okay, it says death was seen, not seen, as many of us see it. I think it's supposed to say death was not seen as many of us see it, a finality to be dreaded, but as just the beginning of a new life and often eternal life in a better place, the quote unquote afterlife. The practice of honoring and preserving the body through a complex process of mummification was central to ancient Egyptian culture. This was not just a physical embalming process, but a carefully enacted ritual process that ensured preservation in the next world. Many other cultures also mummified their dead, including the Incas, the Argentinians, the Maori, and many of the cultures of the Torres Straits Islands. In our modern horror genres, the mummy has become an icon, from early horror writing at the turn of the century to the very popular films The Mummy and The Mummy Returns. The plot normally revolves around the mummy returning to life and cursing and hunting down the living. The discovery of King Tutankhamun's tombs and other long-hidden Egyptian treasures in the 1920s in particular sparked an explosion in mummy-related films and literature. Should you pull the moaning mummy card from the deck, know that change is inevitable and that no matter how hard you try, things will not ever be preserved exactly the same way. The card also indicates that this change is for the better. The endings, the closed doors, the barriers, this is just a healthy pause of an indication that a change of tactic is needed. You are not cursed. You have just developed a pattern. You can take control and change it. So, my Nikki, basically, I know personally that you're going through a lot of change, but I'm going to try not to let that bias what I'm getting here. It might seem like it's really hard right now. Things might seem impossible, even if you're too prideful to admit it. There may be things or certain people that you feel like you're leaving behind. I know you're making a big move, but just know that this is the path of your destiny. I always say we have more than one path ahead of us only because we have free will. Either way, I believe that no matter which path we take, it's like a really good chance we're going to end up on the path of our destiny. Anyway, it's just what are we going to look like when we arrive? So I think that you should definitely get out more to create more opportunity. And I think that you should just be aware that I just keep getting intuitively on the right path, on the right path. You're definitely where you're supposed to be. So please don't be afraid of change. It's going to bring you closer to someone or something new that's really going to change your life for the better. And this is all coming intuitively. This is not from holding the card and kind of reaching out for your aura. So, hey, Carl. What's up, everyone who just came in who I didn't see? Rachel Rodriguez, welcome. We have a little bit more room for cards, guys. So if you want one, please let me know. You are up with Lotus Girl.
All right. Lotus Girl towing to Neil. Just got married last week. I hope that's working out for you. Still in the honeymoon phase. It'll be good at least for a while, but we can hope that lasts for a long time. Okay, Tennille, dear, if you would, either clear your mind and see what the universe wants to offer up, or think of a specific issue, question, concern, and then either give me a favorite number or a random number, or just let me pick a random card from the deck. Tell me what you'd like to have, and we'll get you going. I'm shuffled up and ready when you are. Let's see if there she is, 23. Okay.
That's
Been
my
together
favorite number.
21 years.
23 is my favorite number. Richard got you. Unseen got you.
22 and 23. Well, hopefully getting married will just strengthen that bond since you have been together that long. Indeed.
Carl,
and you
got
got
you?
card number 4 out of this deck. Doable. The key is within your grasp. We got it lined up here. We'll put it on the screen so you can look at it. It's not exactly straight. So I'm trying to do this over my shoulder. The camera's actually over on the other side. Doable. The key is within your grasp. Let's see what this says. And I've got to turn some light on here. So it's actually dark where I'm sitting, but all the light over on that side and behind me with the key light and the fill light. Okay, Tennille, what you seek is within your grasp. As with all yeses, there are adjustments. Release yourself from a lingering mental prison of fear that you are not enough, that you are not worthy. You have the right key. Don't doubt it. It's time to be grateful for your teachers, even the ones whose lessons you didn't necessarily like. You know, sometimes those can be the best ones, the lessons that you have to learn the hard way. Past lovers, past employers, bullies, cyberstalkers all had lessons to teach you. Incredibly, page flipped over. Incredibly, when you meditate on gratitude for these lessons, the struggles around you dissipate. The key to opening the rest of your life hovers within your grasp. It's yours to use. It's said that 2 or 3 times here, so it's trying to stress a point here, I feel. The girl of the doable card fearlessly breaks through the glass ceiling and grabs a potential symbol of her getting of wisdom, the golden key. Tears of blood are shed, residues of past pains and losses, reflected in the carved face on the entryway above her, are now transformed into power and assertiveness. If this card is drawn at a time you are seeking to step up into the next widely acknowledged level of success, whether it be career advancement, passing a test, being accepted into an institute of learning, this card indicates that the answer is yes. So maybe, now that you're married and you've got that side of your life moving ahead, maybe it's time to move ahead somewhere else in business or in hobbies or something that you enjoy doing. I feel like there's something that you've been holding back on that you can do it. You just haven't took that first step. And sometimes that's all it takes. Every journey, regardless of the lengths, begins with that first step. So go ahead, step out. It is doable. You have the power. You have the gift. Try it and see what happens. Good card.
That was a really, I love the artwork, like I said, on all of these. It seems like it's raining everywhere almost.
Except for here.
Well, I'm saying, I don't know where everyone is. Like Leanne Noel says thunderstorm here too. Pam Smith, I forgot where you were, where you are, but I am in northern New Jersey. Nick, are you in South Jersey right now? Is it raining there? Okay, Donna, if you're still with us, please give me a number between 1 and 34, please.
Yeah, I'm in the Pacific Northwest, and
I'm going to give her a minute because she does just kind of listen in. And
it's hot and on fire here, especially down south, southern Oregon and northern California is burning.
4. Okay, got you, Mom. Mom. Why did I just say that? Clear your mind. Think of a question while I shuffle, please. Or if you don't have a question, just clear your mind a little bit. All right. For some reason, I'm being told to go from the bottom of the deck. I don't know why. But you have Barmbrack, sweetness and synergy. That's because you're my sweet mama. All right. A pea, a cloth, a coin, a ring, and stick. Within a loaf of speckled sweetness, slice it and eat it, a glimpse of my fate's completeness. Hello, New Zealand mysteries. Not quite a cake and not quite a bread, Barmbrack is a sweet loaf larger than a typical bread loaf, baked with flour, sugar, salt, and dried fruits such as raisins. The making of barmbrack is an Irish tradition that still stands around Samhain, which is Halloween. The person baking the loaf would be sure to set the intention for love, truth, and synergy whilst preparing. Inside the dough, a number of special objects are hidden and baked into the loaf. I want to do this for Halloween so bad. The objects are used as a kind of random oracle. Each one has a particular meaning, which represents the fate of the person who found it in their slice. The traditional objects include a coin, a pea, a stick, a ring, and a small piece of cloth like muslin. Some other additions made in more modern times were religious medals. Should your slice of the brack contain a coin, this would indicate prosperity and good luck. The pea unfortunately meant that no marriage would occur for you that year, yet finding the ring meant a marriage was certain. The stick, to be avoided at all costs, indicated disputes and unhappiness, and finding the cloth meant bad luck, but a little money ahead. When you pull the barmbrack card, it indicates a curiosity to know what is ahead, but it's important to balance that with the now. After all, we have the tools to change our future should we choose. The sweet synergy of barmbrack, all the ingredients, including the objects, are more complete and powerful together than they are individually, should encourage you to seek your own sweet spot. So what I'm getting from this, Mama, is basically I'm getting something about isolation. Don't isolate yourself. Again, with the opportunities, there are opportunities for you out there, but they're never going to come knocking or calling. Opportunity actually, in my opinion, does not knock. Okay. You have to go out and seek opportunity. It might come right up to you and start talking. It might come in the form of an offer, and maybe it might be a knock at the door. But for me, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the whole card here on the screen, but I can't see because the delay. So, you need to go out and kind of create your own destiny. Don't become a hermit. Know that you are worthy. You are worth it. Whatever kind of journey you're on right now, I'm getting spiritual. Just try to take it all in stride. Don't get overwhelmed with whatever you're trying to do for yourself. Overwhelmed. I'm hearing overwhelmed. Make sure that you don't let it overwhelm you. And lean on people for advice. I don't know why I'm getting this. Lean on people. Stop keeping everything in, because it's going to cause you massive anxieties. But also be very, very careful who you trust. I'm getting, again, snake in the grass. So yeah, everything in moderation. Everything in moderation, Miss Donna. And again, some of those messages just come intuitively. I don't know.
Gemma, have you got Carl on the list there? She wants a reading.
Yes, I sure do.
Okay, just making sure. She wants.
I'm going to read who I have. Okay. Jack, Alex, Melissa W, Devin, Blue Heron, Oracles, Eric, Masta, Edna, Richard, Unseen, and Carl.
Okay. And however it splits up, Carl wants me to read for her.
You got it.
And if there's anybody there that would rather have Gemma read than me, that's
I've got Masta, yeah. And I'm reading Jack and Alex, obviously.
We don't take it personal if it's whichever one of us. I happen to read better for females, always have, but I don't have a problem reading for males if you want me to.
Well, you got Devin. You're up.
Devin, let's see what we can do for you. I'm shuffling here. Go ahead and either clear your mind or think of a specific question or something that you'd like some advice, insight, enlightenment on. And then either just tell me to pick a card at random or give me a number. It can be a favorite number, a number that means something to you, or truly just a random number. And that's how far I'll count down in the deck. And I'm shuffled up and ready when you are. What happened, Kari? Did you look in the mirror?
Yeah, what's going on? I'm on tonight, my hips don't lie.
She is Miss Spray Tan, Florida, 2021.
New Zealand, did I say hi to you? I did, right? You want a card? We have about maybe 10 more spots, guys.
Kari, I promise you, I'll read you what it says.
Devin says pick a card for her.
Okay, just want me to pull one at random. Okay, let me move through here a little bit. I'll find one that kind of speaks to me. Okay, that one right there kind of jumped out at me. And let's see what happens. You got card number 18 out of the deck, Mosaic. Let chance play the creative role in your life. Card up here so you can see the artwork. Mosaic. There we go. Let chance play. It's I can't see what it says. A creative role in your life. That's card 18. So it's behind me over there. I certainly can't read it over there. 18. Let me open up the little booklet here and see card 18. Mosaic. I actually heard someone down south pronounce that Mosaic once. I'm like, I don't think that's right. Trust everything is as it should be. When Mosaic presents, it means you have been trying to micromanage your life and your fixed view is limiting all your gifts and potential the universe is waiting to make available to you. It's time to say, I don't know, and to break free of the rules and conditions you have placed on yourself and on other people, places, and things. Trust that there is no specific right way things must be or progression of events that must occur. Know that you do not know and that this is good at this moment and essential for the next chapter of your life to commence. Chance and surprise are essential creative elements in the unique mosaic of your life. Break free of rigid stereotypes of ideas about what your life should look like or even feel like, and what other people, places, and things should or shouldn't do or be. Consider the girl in the painting. Her mask has broken free and is shattering as she allows old patterns and old fears to break away. Hues of purple indicate pure wisdom and peace, glowing through every fiber of her being. She loosens her micromanaging grip and weaves her hands through ribbons of energy that begin to wrap around her. The pieces of her mask cling to the fabric and form a new, beautiful mosaic pattern. This new fabric of pure potential wraps around her naked form and her life is reborn. Like her, you are free to let go of all self-limiting fear. Let your life surprise and amaze you, and appreciate the beautiful potential of a sequence of events you could never have determined or orchestrated. So basically what I get out of that, you can overplan. I'm bad about that myself. You can put too much thought into things sometimes instead of just letting them happen naturally and organically, because that's the best way sometimes. Have enough planning that you kind of know what to expect and then let it happen. Expect the unexpected. I don't know what particularly this is pointing toward in your life, but I feel that there's something there that you're too close to it to really see it. You can't see the forest for the trees. In other words, take a couple couple of steps back. I'll get it here in a minute, and then see the big picture and see how you may be limiting yourself by doing it yourself, or by the constraints that you're putting on others. Open up, let go. It'll come back to you. Hope
I
that
love
means
it.
something to you. But that's what I see in the card for you there, Devin.
Alex, you are pick a number please from 1 to like 33, and Blue Heron, Steve's doing you, or I'm sorry, I read the wrong name. Oracles and Beyond, Steve's doing you next if you want to get ready. So Alex, just give me a number between 1 and 32.
Gemma, I need to step away for just a minute.
Go ahead.
I've been hydrating all afternoon because it's over 100 degrees here, and
do your thing, boo.
You may have to read a couple. I'll be back.
That's okay.
Mulder's going to want to jump up too. It's in his contract. When I get a break, he gets one too. So
got you.
We'll be right back.
So, no worries, love. Yeah, my really quick before I read this, my email, the Gemma Jade YT, I fixed that problem 2 or 3 months ago, Master Angler. But if you can please send it to Gemma Jade Paranormal, I will give you a reading for free. And I'll make it a video and send you the link. It'll be private, only you and I can see it. I charge for these usually, but I have been doing some free ones because that's what the gift is for. And if someone's energy is really jumping out at me and it's a little bit negative, you've got a black energy coming from you, like an aura. You've got some red poking through, which is passion, which is like good, but the other end of that, you have like black all around it, and it is surrounded, which usually does mean curse. So I will get back to you. It may take me a week or two, but if I don't get to it this week, I will do it next Sunday. The first chance I get, I promise. All right, Alex, number 3. Something we were just talking about, little boo. Not scrying, but intuition. Soften your eyes. Begin the trance. Whole worlds are opened. Begin the dance. Scrying is the divination technique of seeing unconscious images or images from the divine or supernatural appear upon or within a surface. People scry into a crystal ball, a black mirror, water, or even the surface of ice. I am getting a scrying bowl to do with water. It is a very ancient technique and one traditionally enacted on Samhain, which is Halloween. The keys to effective scrying are being as relaxed as possible, minimizing possible distractions, softening your gaze, and allowing. The enemy of effective scrying is distraction, both from inside and out. Turn off the phone, electric lights anywhere where you can see them, any music, and if you are scrying outdoors, take the time to settle into the environment and listen to all of the noises so that your mind will not need to break your focus later. It is also vitally important to settle the mind as much as you can. If you regularly meditate, you may wish to use those techniques, or otherwise you can simply shut your eyes and focus on slowing your breath. This is usually very effective. If you have a specific question for the scrying medium, take it up front. Then, once you feel relaxed, turn your focus inwards. Imagine pulling your energy within you and then focus on the third eye point, the chakra point in the center of the forehead, just above the eyebrows. And imagine opening it. Then gaze in a soft, unfocused way at your scrying surface and simply allow images to form and observe what presents itself to you. Do not engage your rational mind. It is not about receiving. It is about receiving, not thinking. Should you pull the scrying card, I suggest you try it for starters. It also indicates that you may wish to develop your intuition further and not rely solely on the logical part of your mind for all the answers. True wisdom takes a balance of logic and imagination and intuition for true wisdom. So, Alex, we're talking about intuition, and we're talking about a situation that you had in your life that I'm obviously not going to put on blast, of something that happened recently. And you were asking me questions like, Aunt Gem, what about this? What about this? And you just could not, it actually made me laugh because you reminded me so much of me at your age. You just could not understand what I was trying to tell you because to you it was completely illogical. You were trying to make sense and wrap your mind around a completely illogical thing. Like, I'm not saying this is what it was about, but just say like addiction, for example. You've never used drugs. You've never been an addict. So if I were trying to talk to you about addiction, you would be understanding toward me, but you would not be able to understand. And something like that. So, and like I said, guys, that's not what we were talking about. That's just an example. And what this is saying is not necessarily that you have to go out and start scrying, which I'm going to be doing. So I'll do it for or with you when you come over once I'm doing it. But the point is, you need to open up to your intuition. And instead of asking all of these rational questions and trying to wrap your head around the situation, trying to wrap your head around and use logic. And I know you're a Virgo, and I know the astrology goes with that. Wanting to people please, not wanting to let anyone down, and always needing a completely logical and rational explanation and answer for everything, you really need to go with your intuition. What is your intuition telling you? Is your intuition telling you something is wrong? Then something is probably wrong. Even if you're given a rational explanation for it, if your intuition is, it took me, I'm 10 years older than you, and it took me until like 8 months ago to learn this, right? So you need to start relying on your intuition more. Now, relying on your intuition does not necessarily mean taking action immediately or immediately confronting somebody with the knowledge that you gain. For me, I believe a smart person knows when and how to play dumb. And when things come up in my life, things that I know that I shouldn't know because of my psychicness or because of my intuition or because of my scrying or whatever, my tarot, when I know something, I keep it to myself until the right time. Sometimes we have to play the fool to fool the fool who thinks he's fooling us, right? Thank you, Marilyn. So go with your intuition, but don't act on it right away. I'm getting this intuitively and it's coming in very strong, Alex. Don't act on it right away. If you know something deep within your heart, it's true, girl. It's true. And if you know something is not right, but you don't know exactly what it is, then more often than not, something is not right. Not everything has a logical, reasonable, or rational explanation. but that don't show your cards. That's what I'm getting. Don't show your cards. Keep it to yourself until the right time when you can pull that card out and confront somebody. Johnny Ramirez, welcome. Football Cat, welcome. You're a Virgo too. You're very welcome, my sweet niece. I love you so much. So, Oracles and Beyond, Cassie, you are next. Do you want to wait for Steve? Let me know quickly. If not, give me a number and clear your minds. I believe I did know Steve in a past life. Yes, absolutely. Steve and I have a soul connection, 100%. We knew it from the minute we connected. We both said it. Thank you, Jason. With all the Virgos, I love you too, my sweetheart. I'm telling you, you should have been my daughter. You know what? F it. You are my daughter anyway. I mean, we've always been close. I've always loved you like a daughter. I love you so, so much. Me too, Dogbird. Guys, we have like 5, 6, maybe 7 or 8 spots left. So Johnny Ramirez, Football Cats, Jason Zorn, Dogbird. If you guys want a card, let me know now. Cassie, I was asking either for a number or if you wanted to wait for Steve. So please let me know. All right, we'll have Cassie wait for Steve, and I'm going to move on to It's Jack in the Box. Please give me a number. I know there's a bit of a delay. It's Jack in the Box, waiting for a number. Melissa Nicole, I got you. So you want me to pick one? Okay, my lovely. Yes, Steve also is probably smoking a cigarette. Steve's a little burnt out psychically from all of the reading he did last night on Cassie's channel on Oracles and Beyond. Okay, I got all you guys. So, you know, I'm kind of, I'm not. I've been doing private readings, but, you know, I take my time with that. I'm not on any kind of, you know, time frame. You're very welcome, everybody. Dogbird, I didn't see if you said yes or not. I know you got one last week, so I was going to put you on the list. Okay, so It's Jack in the Box. I'm going to go with 7th because I met you on September 7th, 1991, when we were both 7. Right? Or would we be 8? I'm going to go with 7. That's the number popping into my head. I can't go with the number of years I've known you because I don't think there are that many cards left. Okay, Johnny, I'll put number 7 next to you. Dogbird, I got you. And my Johnny Appleseed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Lamp Remembrance. Couldn't find my book for a minute there. Sorry, guys. Okay. I light a candle within a lamp for you, a single flame in the darkness that reflects my heart so true. Whilst it is a tradition to carve a jack-o'-lantern to scare away the spirits, it was an older tradition still to light a candle or lamp on Halloween nights and leave it at the window as a loving guide home for those who have passed. Master, I got you. Don't worry about it. Both as a symbol of remembrance and also as a kind of leaving the lights on for those who may wish to come home, the lamp was left on to illuminate the night and perhaps even the sadness that was felt because of the person's passing. This card reminds us that it is a positive thing to remember those who have passed by celebrating their life rather than mourning their death. For those with whom we did not have an easy relationship, or even those we did not like, leave us with valuable lessons. Sometimes we learn more from our nemesis than we do from our friends, and so the darkness can illuminate our strengths and our true values so that we can live them more clearly and fully. For me, this card is about kind of seeing the real truth, right? Leaving the light on for those past. Yes, mourning people. It did bring that up, mourning people that we've lost. But we also need to let go of the people who are oppressing us from the living, the people who are making us mourn while we're living. I also want you to look out for two-faced people. This card always gives me, this card was in someone else's reading, and it always gives me the thing of two-faced people, I think, in my head. You need to really watch what you're doing. Shine your light, right? Fill yourself with light and let it come out. But do not, I hear that, do not, like, let people take advantage of you. And there might be someone coming into your life that's maybe going to try to abuse your kindness or misuse you. So make sure that you keep your light bright. Always fill yourself up with bright light, and that will keep these kinds of people at bay. Keep yourself grounded and protected, and just look out for two-faced people. That's the main message that I get from this card. And make sure that your light is shining. Don't let anyone tell you you can't. Don't let anyone tell you you won't. Go ahead and prove them all wrong. You have big, big things coming in for you. I'm getting a dream come true. Dream come true keeps popping into my head, and your messages from your spirit guides. So good night, Nick. And hello, Mike J. Mike J, if you want a card, I've got 2 more spots. I asked Cassie if she wanted to wait for you or to give me a number, but she never got back to me on either one. So maybe her phone is messing up. Cassie, Oracles and Beyond, if you're around, Steve can read you now if you want to give him a number.
Hi, Monica. See you coming in the chat there. Hello to anybody that came in while I was gone. Oh, it's still so hot out there. So who am I reading for next?
Is Cassie here? I literally just talked to you about something.
Cassie, are you here?
You did not hear me say, I asked Cassie if she wanted to wait for you or to give me a number, and she did not respond. So maybe something's wrong with her phone. Like, I swear to God, it's like talking to Ray. You're driving me nuts today.
I was distracted by the chat, and I just turned my.
It drives me nuts. I feel invisible. Like, everybody does that to me. Like, I'm talking and nobody even notices me.
Did you say something? No, I'm kidding you. I am so hot right now. It's unbelievable, and it's distracting me.
It's all right. Hey, Todd. Here now, darn it, you got it. So Cassie's not answering. Her phone might have went out. So if you want to do Aunt Edna and Master, don't worry, you're coming up.
I would love to read for my great Aunt Edna, or my wonderful Aunt Edna.
I'm trying to give you the women because I know that.
Yeah, there's a better connection there. I get a better reading. I read for female just because of the energy there. Okay, Edna.
Leanne, I got you. Sorry.
Still here and want me to read for you, then we'll get started. I'll go ahead and shuffle up, clear your mind, see what the universe has for you, or think of, there she is, and it's number 3, a specific question that you have in mind, or just something in general. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Melissa, it's 100 degrees here right now, and I am sweating myself silly. And Edna, you got card number 17, Minimus. Commune with the Source. Let me get you over here on the card cam. And pull that up to where you can see it. There we are. Minimus, number 17. Commune with the Source. Let's see what that has in store for you, Edna. And I just want to say Aunt Edna is one of my favorite people. She is just so sweet. And also, Jim, I was engaging with somebody on my phone here that keeps messaging me.
I'm not actually upset. You have been really out of it today with me. Like, everything I say to you, I have to repeat, but I get it. It's really hot. I know.
Heat, and then said outside distraction. Somebody that knows I'm doing a show, and yet they continue to.
Because I deal with that like every single day, all day long, and it's a little hurtful. But all right, let's get to Anna. Oh, I love that card.
Isn't that pretty?
Oh, wow. Okay, what a tattoo.
Nature holds all the answers. The wisest witch knows her questions will be answered when she dives into the natural world without reservation. Like the girl in the card there of Minimus, who's fused with the forest, it is your time to merge with the source. Drop your stuff, your attachments, and be one with nature. It's time to connect, to recommune with the raw, authentic self that was you when you were sparked into this existence, and what you will be when you transition into the next plane of existence. Minimus dips her fingers into the well of universal inspiration. This is the card of meditation. There's also a flip interpretation. Is she retreating or emerging? If this card is drawn during a period of solitude, it's a prompt that now is the time to emerge from the dark, restorative forest into the sunlight, to share your radiance. And conversely, if it's drawn during a time of intense activity and visibility, maybe it's time to retreat back into the shadows for a little while. And it includes a ritual, or just actually a meditation with it here. Choose a beautiful private tree. Sit skyclad, that means naked, on a folded towel or cushion for comfort so that you can completely relax with your back against the tree. Close your eyes and take deep breaths, allowing your mind to calm and enter a meditative state. Pay attention to thoughts and images that the tree shares with you. When you've finished, trace your name in the dirt at the base of a tree as an offering of gratitude. Well, don't know about getting skyclad and all that, but that's what it recommends. That's what it says. But
she said, "Buck naked."
Buck naked. There, that's a southern thing there. But bear as you dare is how I would put that.
I like it. Bear as you dare. Can I just jump in and say I live in the woods and my property has hedges all around it. So I used to, when I was pregnant, go lay out on my pool deck completely naked, and I would stand on the ground and ground myself, and I would read my Bible.
There is something about being naked in nature. I don't know what it is, whether you're in the ocean or in the woods, or just to feel that breeze flowing over your body or the water or whatever. It's very freeing when you're not constricted by clothing. I mean, you were born naked. That's the most natural state there is. And I don't mean that in any lascivious, weird way or anything. But
now I'm getting jealous.
Said find a private place. Get jealous because it's not lascivious, or because you want it to be.
Because I want it to be, baby.
But either way, it's like I said, it's either time to retreat into the shadows or come into the light, depending on where you're at there. Laying outside, looking at the stars, there you go. Do that underneath a tree. Just commune with nature, recommune, reconnect. It's trying to tell you something. Nature has a lot to say. Sometimes we just have to stop and listen.
Monica, you're on the list. There's a list. Mike J, you're the last person we're taking. Monica, you're on there, babe. Don't worry, I got you. Just gotta wait your turn.
And I'm actually doing pretty good today. I'm not feeling drained or anything other than the heat. The heat's zapping me, but
too many mosquitoes.
Staying hydrated. Yeah, that can be a problem.
Lotus Girl says, I feed my cats outside naked and smoke at night naked. I knew you're my kind of girl. All right. We have next Melissa W. And then I guess Cassie's gone for now. Then we're going to do Melissa Nicole and then Master Angla. So you're doing Melissa. Yeah, no problem, Monica.
Oh, did Melissa Nicole finally show up? Which Melissa am I reading?
I'm doing Melissa W. You're doing Melissa Nicole.
Okay.
And I'm going to do Master Angla. Yeah, no problem, guys. I've got it. Don't worry.
I'm going to do you, Melissa Nicole.
Doing it. Wow.
Gemma told me to. Gemma gave
Dogbird
me permission.
needs ice cubes. That's right. He needs my permission, though.
Now, last night on Cassie's chat, we were talking about ice cube enemas, which is what they gave to Graham Parsons when he overdosed on morphine to try to rouse him.
Todd Brown.
That doesn't sound so bad right now.
Todd Brown says, I gave up sky-clad black flies and mosquitoes play hell with my focus. Melissa Wiggins, can you please give me a number? And okay, cool. I'll check my text as soon as I'm done with this stream.
Melissa Nicole was gonna back her behind up to the ice maker last night. How'd that go, Melissa? She was sweltering wherever she was at too.
Did you guys ever see 7 Year Itch? Sometimes I put my panties in the ice box. It feels so good. My number is 8, but for some reason I'm being pulled towards 4. Yeah, I would trust that. I would definitely trust that. You've already done. We've got Photograph. Isn't that one of your songs to me? All right, 4. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, girl. I haven't pulled this card yet. These cards are so new, which is awesome. You got the Spider. Community and web weaving. She spins her silk alone in the dark with hope of collection. Sticky with dreams, weaving the worlds, a wide web of connection. Guys, keep it PG. Masses of sticky spiderwebs make any Halloween decorations complete. The idea of a haunted house covered in the artwork of a big hairy spider is classic horror. Even those of us who appreciate our eight-legged friends still hurriedly brush off those stealthy webs if we run into them in the dark. Although most spiders are not venomous, humans have an innate fear of them. Perhaps it's the fangs or the poison. Perhaps it's all those legs and the way they move. Perhaps it's where they live, often in dark, hidden places, or the way our Western popular culture has demonized them by making them giant, fierce, and man-eating. Some cultures, though, revere the spider in very positive ways. In many Native American traditions, for example, the spider is the creature that gives birth to all other animals and sustains the web of life. The goddess spider grandmother, and there is also a spider woman, is a key deity that brings women wisdom, safety, and communication to all of the tribes. She created and wove all the stars in the sky and makes soft webs for those that are troubled to rest upon and be supported by. Spiders' webs can be seen as a symbol of connection, not necessarily entrapment. There is a fine line sometimes between a family or community supporting us and controlling us. This card looks at this discernment. It also suggests you review the way you communicate with the wider community, at work, or generally with others, and take steps to improve this or do it slightly differently. It also indicates that there needs to be a balance between what you do for yourself and what you do for others. If we give too much to the outside, our strength diminishes and we cannot weave the supporting web for ourselves. Okay. This is definitely a card that I think this is why you were compelled to draw number 4. This card, I immediately got like not good energy from you. I'm getting people pleasing. I'm getting someone weaving a snake in the grass, weaving a web of lies around you, weaving a web around you, trying to entrap you and pull you in. You may not be dealing with this right now. If you're not, you're going to be dealing with it in the near future. There's someone coming in that's going to really pull you in, and you're going to need the support of your family, of people you trust. There's also someone already in your life who's going to be very jealous of your success. Again, this is all coming intuitively, and I'm going to do a read for you. They're going to be very jealous of your success, and they're going to try to kind of backhandedly, in a very two-faced way, go behind your back to try to sabotage you. I also want to say on the good end of this, like it said in the book, you need to learn to weave your personal web of protection, a cocoon web, if you need somewhere to sit and rest, as the book said. So if you don't do meditation, maybe try it. If you don't do yoga, maybe try it. I'm not talking so much as being psychic or reading cards, but maybe do a 5-8 minute meditation every day, or a prayer if you're religious. Do something to kind of keep yourself protected, surround yourself with white light, breathe in white light or yellow light bright. And as you breathe it into your stomach, imagine it burning everything bad to ash all throughout your body. And then you blow out the smoke. Close your eyes and imagine this. Do this for 5 to 8 minutes in the morning. Keep yourself protected, because someone is going to come in who you'll be able to spot right away if you keep your guard up. If you keep your web around you, they'll bounce right off it and boy, bye. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a boy. So I have these in such a weird order. I don't remember who I even said was next. Melissa Nicole.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do Master Angla.
And Melissa Nicole wants me to pick a card for her, so I can certainly do that. Melissa Nicole, do you have, if you have a specific question or something you want insight or something on, concentrate on that. Otherwise, free your mind and let the universe speak to you and see what could be in store.
My tooth hurts.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to pick 13. That's my favorite number. 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12. And Friday is Friday the 13th. We'll probably do something special on Friday. We've got a big another mega story live campfire stories planned. Melissa, you got card number 3 out of the deck. Oh, this is a beautiful card. Detox. Just look at that artwork. Line it up there a little bit for you. Melissa Nicole, let's see what that says to you and about you and for you. Hang on here, gotta get my little reading light on. Social media, electronics, mind-altering substances, food, all these things can be toxic and damaging when overindulged. Detox says it's time to cleanse your body and your soul. Rest is required now, especially in matters of an overstimulated mind and emotions due to social media and smartphones. Communication in excess is toxic too. It is time to be quiet and consider your authentic self and create space to heal and deal with life up to this point. The girl in the detox artwork is lying down on a soft bed of shifting leaves. Carafe of liquor set aside for now. She has a wonderful life and her dreams are sweet, even when laced with fear, because she is not afraid of learning her lessons. They float from her subconscious like luscious pearls of bliss, because she knows when to rest and retreat in order to expand within. Detox is also a card of dream interpretation. It is time to pay attention to your dreams. They're not just flushing out your active brain. There are messages and signposts coming through to guide you. And I think that's a good card from Melissa. And I don't think it's necessarily just about social media and electronics and things, but you need to detox from the situation that you were telling me about that you've kind of been in there. That's a different kind of detox, but one that's just as important. And you got to get out and ground yourself. We were talking about getting out to nature, communing with nature. At least go out barefoot, stand in the dirt somewhere. Just the mere grounding of your body like that with nature, with earth, will take a lot of that toxicity away from you. Drain the negative off and then let it fill back up with good positive energy. You've got a good vibration, but you've let people cover it up and beat you down and push that back. And again, pay attention to your dreams, and not just dreams within sleep, but dreams as in goals, ideas, things like that. Where do you see yourself in a year? Concentrate on that and see what you can come up with, and then work toward that goal. I think that's a good card for you, and I hope you took something from this, Melissa, and it is eerily accurate.
Guys, I have the end of the list. Steve, we might go a few minutes over 9, but I think we're going to be all right. Okay, and thank you so much, guys. I was saying I need major surgery. They need to take gum from the roof of my mouth and put it on my bottom teeth. I have vampire teeth on the bottom, which looks cool, except it really hurts because it's a sign of disease in the gums, which I hate saying because it sounds really gross. But my insurance said it's not medically necessary, so they're just going to let my teeth kill me. But all the hospital does is offer painkillers, which you guys know I'm in recovery. I cannot take. So, and I will definitely try that. Ruth A., welcome. And Melissa Nicole, that was a beautiful card. I mean, all of the Oracle cards, I just love the artwork. Master Angla, your number was 27. Yeah, I can't pay for it. What I have to do, my dentist told me that they'll send the request in once and it'll be denied. They'll send it in the second time. And if I go through the appeal process, which is pretty much just filling out a paperwork, they'll be like, If I Die Tomorrow by Motley Crue, give me my $10, Jack in the Box. So I have to, once I appeal it, then once you do that, then they'll accept it. But 2 years ago, I just didn't have the time or energy. I was not feeling it. So I didn't do it, but I'm going to definitely do it. But my really amazing, awesome dentist doesn't accept my insurance anymore. So now I'm in the crap of finding a new one. Okay, Master Angla. Hold on. Let me just grab your spirit guides here for a minute. This Valley girl is killing me all week, just yapping. I don't know who she's for. Maybe she just wants to go to the light. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see. Invisibility. authenticity. Heart beating we sense but do not touch. Heart beating we sense but do not see. They touch, we chill, they come unseen. You know that feeling you sometimes have that someone is watching you? You cannot see them, yet you have a distinct feeling that someone is there. All the hairs are up on the back of your neck. You think you see something in the corner of your eye, but when you turn, there is nothing to be seen but empty air. This is the power of invisibility, the indirect fear and the covert threat of having to fight something that we cannot see. Humans have a strong visual sense, so it is no wonder that we are uneasy about things we cannot see. The ancients believed that all manner of creatures, mythical and physical, and of course the deities, could make themselves invisible at will. When we consider that some animals are camouflaged so well by their coats or behavior that sometimes even if we are looking straight at them, they are hard to see within their environment, and that invisibility isn't such a far-fetched concept. In many cultures, the idea of beings who could watch us undetected were and are still common. Jinns, angels, nature spirits, and the fae, and even practitioners of magic such as witches are said to have the power to appear and disappear at will. Later in literature and then in movies, invisibility becomes a common power, and we now have fictional superheroes that are invisible and even cloaks of invisibility. The concept of invisibility is a double-edged sword. Whilst it is a powerful tool to be able to gain information or to assist whilst no one sees, individuals using it are privy to information that may not be meant for them, and it may be taken out of context or unethically. It is a power of manipulation and easily abused. The idea of hiding away and not being seen is also a big part of the dark side of this concept. We are all born to shine our light out into the world and take our roles. Hiding our talents, not expressing our true selves, stealing others' ideas or work, and being someone else rather than your authentic self are all aspects to consider should this card appear in your reading. I always think of this card when I put my makeup on because I call it Becoming Gemma. I did get a lot of black around your aura. So I do believe, I don't know if it's a curse or a spell, but there is definitely someone who, again, someone in your inner circle. Guys, we really have some bad people in our inner circle. I keep getting this for every card. There's someone in your inner circle who is like a snake in the grass. This card says, though, that if you believe it, the manifestation, and this is what I'm getting intuitively too, you might manifest it. So by saying that someone put a curse on you and someone came up to you and told you, you might actually be manifesting that. Being afraid of it, being afraid to possibly leave your house. I'm not saying you are. You need to get out there and live, and that's the best revenge. And also, you may be able to lift this so-called curse just by acting as if it's not there. I am going to give you a more full reading for free, like I said, because I really want to see what's going on with you, why your energy is coming out, just like Melissa. So don't let negativity or negative people keep you from going out and exploring and meeting new people, even if it's online, even if it's something like in here. Do you know what I mean? Don't shut yourself out. Don't listen to the negativity. Don't listen to the negative self-talk. And also watch your back for fake friends or frenemies. Steve, can you do Blue Heron, please?
I certainly can. I was texting somebody here. They were asking me something, and my reply was ancient Chinese secret, and autocorrect changed it to ancient Chinese secretary. Somehow that doesn't carry the same weight. Blue Heron, I'll be happy to read for you, my dear. Let me give it a shuffle here. In the meantime, you concentrate on a question you'd like some insight or enlightenment on, or we can just go in blind and see what the universe offers up for you. You can give me a number, a favorite number, a random number, or just let me pick one from somewhere in the deck. Shuffle just a couple more times. The cards aren't quite ready.
Welcome, JD Bambara.
And I want to say hi to Ruth. That was me typing hi in the chat. I forgot I'm logged in as Gemma, so I can engineer the stream. And when I type it, it puts it like it's from Gemma. Okay, I'm ready whenever you are, Blue Heron.
He said he'd be in and out because he's cooking dinner. If he doesn't come right back in, we'll skip and go to who's next, which is Eric.
So who's cooking dinner, Blue Heron?
Yeah, he did mention that. Go ahead, do Eric.
I think Blue Heron is a she, but I'm not sure.
Oh, I'm sorry if I said the wrong. I don't know some of you guys. I'm so sorry if you are, but whoever it is said they were cooking dinner and coming in and out. So you go on and do Eric, and I'll go back to Blue Heron.
Okay.
They are not scary. Actually, they
are.
They
can be, yeah. Just
can't wait for my book to come out. You guys are going to absolutely love it. I know it.
Have they given you a release date yet?
They have not even contacted me. I have to get in touch with them.
My second one comes out the 17th, which is like what, a week?
Yeah, I'm going to message them either after we're done here or text them. I've been meaning to, but I'm getting like a little bit upset about it because I handed it in on July 15th. So, all right, Eric.
Unseen Paranormal Podcast. That is indeed you.
Yeah, sir. I'm sorry about that. I should have said Unseen Paranormal. I wrote you down as Eric.
Sorry, my nose is itching. Go ahead, Eric, and either clear your mind or think of a specific question. Event,
I apologize.
Somewhere where you could use some enlightenment, or we'll go in blind and just see what the universe wants to throw at you. And again, think of a number, a favorite number, a number that means something to you, a random number. Oh, he's already got it there. 28. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 26, 27, 28.
Master, I agree.
And let's see what you got there, Eric. Eric, you got card number 13 out of the deck. Yeah, let me pull the card cam over here. And this gorgeous artwork again. Liberation, free yourself. So let's see what that says here in the little booklet.
Ooh, oh my gosh. I am like obsessed with seeing the new images.
And that little red dot, that's because of the light on my camera. That there's red means recording. So I keep meaning to stick a piece of electrical tape over that so it doesn't reflect on the card. But the little red dot that you see there is not actually a feature of the card. That's just a feature of my camera. I hadn't noticed it until just now, but I'm sure it's been there the whole time. Okay, Eric, liberation is the codependency card. It's time to liberate yourself from toxic people who might have been soft and seductive in life once, but are now smothering you. The girl in the liberation card was once seduced by the soft embrace of the swan, but now its deathly gaze signifies all life is gone, and she is trapped by its now snake-like coils, crushing her essence. It's time to unwind the tentacles wrapped around you, be they those of lovers, family members, any people with intimate access to you. Recognize who is lifting you and who is pulling you down. The tentacles might also be that of a job or a learning environment. It's time to move on when liberation appears. In a situation of codependency, remember you are holding each other back. So although you may feel that you owe it to another to stay and continue, liberation reminds us that it is not only you that's being held back, it's the other person too. Take action and free yourself and them. And there's a little affirmation ritual listed here. And again, ritual, that's kind of a strong word. I think it's more of a meditation or to affirm liberation in your life and freedom from stagnancy. Take a doll and wrap it in a red cord or yarn several times until its arms and legs are bound. Every morning, focus on what you need to be liberated from and unwind 2 coils from the doll. Do this every day until the doll is unbound while concentrating and meditating on this. By then, when the doll is free, you will be free as well. Kind of an interesting little visual way there to do that. And that could be a lot of different things, Eric. I know you're into a lot. You're having some real success there with your podcast and all that you've got going on in life. But step back, take stock, see if there's something that's holding you back that's permitting you or keeping you from being even more successful than you already are and that you could be. Sometimes it's good to pair things off and get rid of baggage, be it physical or emotional baggage, and lighten the load and just see how high you can fly. I think that's a good card. That's and we're getting a lot of that here. Apparently, a lot of us in this chat, in our family, in this community, we've got people that are holding us back, people that are holding us down, people that are jealous.
Jealous.
And I'm worried about that, because like I've worked hard for where I'm at, but I know there are people that are jealous of that. And
Steve,
the more you succeed, the more you incite people like that. What's that, Gemma?
Not to tell people about your reading, but I mean, your reading that I gave you was full of that, was it not?
Yeah, just watch out for people that think they're your friend, and it's hard to tell sometimes. There's people that want to be your friend because you're successful, but then they want to see you take a fall too. Just a kind of a Schadenfreude there, a sorry friend in the German. That's the delight in the misery of others, and it happens. So just be careful. Make sure people are genuine. I help a lot of people out. I've probably had people see me that way, like Gemma, when you and I first started out. And did you wonder what my motives were and what I was up to, and
at first, yeah, because of what I've been through. Yeah, I was wondering, like, why does this dude want to help me? You know,
but
it was very quickly that I figured out that you were really just.
Yeah, well, it's just that's the way you pay it forward or pay it back,
and we have a soul connection.
You reach out to somebody,
which helped the situation,
And I feel that way about Melissa Wiggins too, and I just hope she doesn't think I'm the spider that's trying to capture her in a web.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
My next mentee. Okay, I'll shut up now and let you.
No, I'm trying to just respond. Monica, there's 9 people left and you are the 8th. You keep doing that. I have a list, babe. I got you. I promise. Okay. I got you. Blue Heron, you're back in. We did call for you for Steve to read for you. Do you want me to read for you, or do you want to wait until next for Steve?
And Blue Heron, just for knowledge purposes, not that it makes any difference, but for clarification, are you male or female? I thought you were female. Gemma thought you were male. So it's just, like I said, it doesn't make a hint of difference, but it can affect the energies involved sometimes. Eric says, I work really hard on myself to be a lifting type for all my friends, and my only competition with myself to do better for me. There you go. Now that's the attitude that I have and what everybody should have. Be in competition with yourself. What can I do to make this better? Not how many people can I step on to climb.
I like it. I like that, being in competition with yourself. Blue Heron, I'm a chick. Okay, thank you for clarifying. And if you would clear your minds and give me a number from 1 through 30. Steve, I don't need you to shut up. I just wanted to let Monica know that I did have her on here. I know she's very excited. She's never had a reading, I don't think, from us.
I just realized I was babbling. And Melissa Wiggins says she knows who her spider is. Okay, good. Because I've had that happen before when I've tried to help somebody. They're like, you're scaring me. I don't know why you're doing this. Why are you being nice to me? What do you want? It's like, nothing. I have no ulterior motives. I like to help people. I like to get people up to where I am. And that's how you climb higher, is by raising more people up to where you are. And then they lift you up too. So it's reciprocal.
Okay. I got number 15. And Josephine V. Cat Lady says, I work on loving myself every group I go to or counseling session I attend, because until I do, I'll never stay sober. I then recently came across shadow meditation. I'll have to look into shadow meditation. I'm sober on the 21st of this month. I will be sober from heroin for 33 months. Cookie, welcome. Blue Heron. All right, number 15. Clear your mind, boo. I have like 8 cards want to pop out right now. Oh my God. So beautiful. You got the veil, the future. Hello, sweetly morbid bear. Welcome. Cookie, welcome. And thank you, everybody. There is a misty curtain that divides us all. The veil that this night thins, transparent the weave becomes, and the future no longer dims. The ancient Celts used to call the time of the longest night of the year Samhain, pronounced Samhain. I guess I'm pronouncing it wrong. They believed that there was a misty veil that separated the world of the dead and the living, but on 2 nights of the year, Samhain and Beltane, the shortest night, that the veil would thin. The fineness of the veil meant the ancestors were closer than ever, and even the gods would be close. This would mean that communications from the dead were more likely to occur, and that divination, where the divine speaks through something or someone, would be more effective. So while using this oracle as the veil lifts, know that the other worlds are close. Listen in particular to what messages may come forth around your future. Look to what you want to happen, plan, set intentions, and think big. Set intentions, thinking big, manifestation, right? this basically leaves me to my own intuition right here. And what I'm kind of getting is that there is some spirit communication that may be trying to get your attention, but I don't necessarily know if it's good. You may have to do some saging, some cleansing, really try to get in touch with spirituality. I'm not saying you have to be religious and pray. I'm a devout Christian. So I do that, but you can do, again, simple meditations. This is talking about, there's a veil over her eyes, but this is talking about the veil that we all have, separating ourselves from spirit, from the other realms and dimensions that are around us, not just the spiritual world. So for you right now, that veil might be thin. Your intuition is going to be absolutely crazy. If you think something, just like I told my niece, Alex, if you think something, that stuff is true. You should try to maybe do some aura projecting or even yoga, something that gives you time with yourself. And if you know something about someone, know that it's true. This might not necessarily be the right time to divulge that information. As you get closer to your spiritual self, you're going to gain a lot of knowledge about who you really are. You're making a lot of great changes. This is what I'm getting intuitively to yourself, and you're kind of cutting out what doesn't serve you anymore again. And I think we all need to do that. Like Steve said, there's a lot of us in here that are kind of cutting through the BS and getting rid of that and those who no longer serve us. So be very careful for messages from spirit. I'm getting the number 14, the number 24, and the number 36. If you see those numbers anywhere, be vigilant. There is spirit around you. I was going to say guards, your guides protecting you from something from those numbers 14, 24, and 36. If you see someone with like that on their shirt, that person is someone that you're supposed to meet. Know that at that time, your guides are with you. You should pay direct attention to your intuition at those times as well. Steve's distracted because he's really overheated and he's been drinking a lot of water and drinks, so he has to keep getting up to use the potty.
It's
thank you,
I
everybody.
finally cooled down, but part of the reason I'm distracted is because Carl there keeps sending me rude messages in my phone. I won't repeat them here, but I think you're number one, Carl, like you've got in the chat there. That particular finger, I sent you two of those.
You're very welcome. And Josephine V. Cat Lady, yeah, just getting better. They say it takes 28 days to start or change a habit. So I will definitely send prayers to you and your mother. My father was using, and this is off topic, but I just need to get this out there, for 28 years. And he's recently cleaned 9 months and got his license back for the first time in 27 years. Before I even did. So I'm really proud of my dad. He was here on stream for Father's Day for a minute or two.
Yeah, that's amazing. I wish we could have him on more. I bet
he wants to come on. My dad is
stories.
So self-centered, but he's also completely hilarious. My dad's my best friend in the world. But yeah, we'll have him on eventually. He drives now, so he came up to visit yesterday, but I was taking a nap, and Ray was like, "You better not wake her up when she's napping." And my dad's like, "I know how my daughter is." Like, he's like, "Nope, I'll come back." Nobody wanted to wait because I need that nap so bad. And thank you so much, guys. Yeah, he's an amazing guy. He's one of those guys that, like, he was really good looking. Like, he's still a good looking older guy. He's like going to be 59, but he, blonde hair, blue eyes, tall, like 6'2", and everywhere he goes, he'll call me and be like, "Yo, Gem, the lady at the coffee shop that poured my coffee was flirting with me," or "Yo, Gem, the lady at the DMV, she helped me out. I think she wants it." You know what I mean? Like, that's my dad. And I'm like, "Okay, Rico Suave." And one time when he started getting gray hair, I dyed his hair. He said he had always wanted black hair like Johnny Cash, but I don't know anything about dyeing hair. I just dye mine, but I don't have blonde hair that was turning gray. And his hair ended up with a green tint. And he kept saying, "Gem, are you sure there's no green tint?" And I'm like, "Daddy, it looks wonderful. You look great." And then his friends were coming over like, "Yo, Kels, what's up with your hair, bro?" He's like, "I knew it." So he won't let me dye his hair anymore. Thank you, Melissa. Carrie says she's not texting you. I don't believe her.
I would show proof, but then everybody would have her number.
Next,
I've got an unflattering picture of her.
We have Richard Elmore. Johnny, yes, you did. We have like 8 people left. Richard Elmore, Steve is doing.
Okay, I'm doing Richard Elmore. I think I read for you once before, Richard. Let me. Now, if you'd rather have Gemma read for you, that's okay. Just say something, and we're not afraid to mix it up here.
Mm-hmm.
But and speaking of having people on the stream and stuff, Friday night we're doing a Friday the 13th special mega
Not sure
stream
what yet, but
on Campfire Stories. We've got room for more people over there if you'd like to come on. I think maybe Ruth is going to come on. She sent me just some amazing stories and stuff. Ruth, I don't know if I can get those off my phone and get them into any way that we can do something with them. I hate to do it, but I may have to ask you to write those out. And I can't remember if I narrated your post stories or not. I believe I did. Did anybody listen to the latest Missing Persons and Mysteries listener stories? Is there a story on there about the Poe House? I'll have to go back and listen to it to be sure. Sometimes I forget what I've narrated and what I haven't. Okay, Rich.
Okay,
go ahead.
Wait, Eric, you can definitely come in. I don't think we have too many people. Jarvis, you're already on the list. I put you on, and Richard Elmore is not answering, so I'm going to move on. And next we have Carl.
Carl, good. I get to give you a nice reading. No, in all seriousness, I would never mess up a reading for anybody, no matter how much fun we're having. This is just something you don't play around with.
Yeah, no.
I do it from the heart, and I don't put any evil influence or anything on it. I wouldn't give you a bad reading or just make up a bunch of stuff. If I'm going to make up a bunch of stuff and tell it to you, I'll do that in chat.
Mike, this is something that Steve sent me along with this crystal, and he sent me like 3 or 4 tarot decks, Gypsy Witch deck, the Lenormand, and an Oracle deck, because I wanted to do tarot, and that's how Steve is. He wanted to support me. Oracles and Beyond, you're back. You'll have to go the next time Steve reads, because he's going to read for you.
Okay, Corey. Free your mind and your butt will follow. No, seriously, free your mind. If you want, the universe to give you something, or if you have a specific question or problem or something that you would have like some personal insight on, meditate on that for a couple minutes while I shuffle, and then you can either throw me a number out there, or I'll just pick a card at random. It can be any number.
New Zealand Mysteries, you're next if you want to start doing that now.
You got a number in mind, Kari?
She said be quiet and start reading.
Did you want me to pick a number at random? We need a number. So I know what card to pick, or just tell me to pick one for you at random, and I'll ripple through the deck there and pull one out. Kari is thinking of a number.
Okay.
Think of a number between 1 and 3. Yeah, Gemma's on the East Coast. I'm on the West Coast, so I'm 3 hours behind her. It's 5:53 here right now. It's Northwest, and it is.
We're gonna go probably to like 9:30, 9:45 with the people that we have, but that's okay. Next week we'll take a little less. Doing the best we can, guys.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 for Kari. Sweet 16. Been a while since you've seen that.
Sorry, guys. I had to plug my phone in.
And you got Naz. Feel loved and proud. Now, see there, you were just saying you don't have any feelings. You're well liked and well loved, whether you realize it or not. Let's put your card up there, and that is card number 19 out of the deck.
Blue Heron, I'm so sorry about that. Thank you.
Yeah, I hate to, like I said, it doesn't matter, but I hate to misgender anything.
The energies are messed up when you don't know, definitely.
Yeah, that's true.
Monica's in Central Time.
I read a lot better for females. I can read for men. Doesn't bother me.
I can read either way.
It's more intuitive. Okay, Kari, I didn't know you were sending me the number in my phone. I've got my phone muted. I'm not paying attention.
Well, she said 16 like 4 times already on the chat because there's a delay, guys. There's a delay.
Yeah, and she'd sent it to me that many times on my phone too, but I turned that off because I was getting distracted too often. Feel loved and proud. This card represents the pride you feel from being loved. No matter what, you are cherished and essential. You will always be loved by the universe, by the God, goddess of your understanding, and by creation. You, Kari, are loved. The maiden holds the bird, its head raised in confident pride in a crystal nest, her loving hands neither grasping nor yielding, a perfect balance of nourishing freedom. Rich hues of blue in her gown suffuse and anchor the energy of love and a deep sense of unconditional support. Whatever happens in the day-to-day ebb and flow of physical existence, by virtue of your birth, you are loved. You are supported. You are one. You are part of the universal expression of life, its greatest accomplishment, its greatest pride, its greatest joy. Feel proud of the fact that you are a living miracle. Don't be afraid to sing your song, Kari. And there's a little ritual of affirmation here that you can do. On one side of a page or a piece of paper, make a list of people who love you and why they love you. On the other side of the page, list the reasons you love them. Create an altar of honor and decorate it with images of your loved people, items, and objects that relate to you and celebrate them. As you honor their presence, you become a reflection of your intention, and in doing so, you're blessed. Light candles and incense to consecrate the space and keep this altar in place until the next full moon as a reminder that you are loved and essential. Now, how about that, Kari? You sit there, you think nobody likes you, but everybody loves you.
I love you to death. Are you kidding me?
She's awesome.
I just haven't spoken to you in a while because I've been so busy.
She is a handful, but she is loved. She's very lovable and very wonderful person in spite of herself. Although she tries hard, she's one of those people that I think she's had to develop a tough outer shell.
I know the feeling, girl.
To cover up and hide, but she's really very sweet, very tender person there. So that's a good card for you, Kari. Thank you for letting me read for you.
New Zealand Mysteries. If you could pick a number and clear your mind, please. And then we're on the last page, which is, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. I'm in Rockaway, and I'm from Patterson, not Camden, bruh. Get it right. Patterson, the Silk City. South P, too. Not just any old place in Patterson. You got to know.
Santa Claus wears Kevlar in Patterson.
Did you see that when Santa goes to Patterson and he's got a bulletproof vest?
Yeah.
Got to watch out for those pigeons. Half of them are on house arrest and carrying knives. All right, number 5. I will always be a proud Pattersonian. Night Song. I keep getting this card too. Not I keep getting it. I keep pulling, I should have said. Hidden Talents, New Zealand Mysteries. A ruby red bird singing in the darkness full of sound, like an unopened present, ribbons still bound. A bird singing at night is an unusual occurrence, and those birds who are known as singers of the darkness are almost always considered sacred or frightening. From the operatic nightingale through to the hooting owl, hearing a bird that you cannot see weaving its magic through the night air has captivated humans for millennia. In the past, at Halloween time, a night that the veil between the worlds was said to be at its thinnest, these night birds were considered either omens or messengers of the gods. Depending on the culture, their voices were perceived as good luck and a positive validation, or alternatively, a warning about continuing on a certain pathway. In some mythology, the night bird was able to direct us towards discovering our talents and true purpose, a kind of guide in the darkness leading us to the dawn. Should this beautiful but shy bird sing to you by appearing during your divination, know that you must unwrap the present of yourself. Look, some of the gifts within you remain unopened. The time has come to step into your true potential and claim all possibilities for yourself. There is no more time to waste and no more excuses. So, stepping into your power, stepping into your inner light, stepping into your truth. I pulled this card the other day and look, how proud and strong and beautifully majestic this cardinal is, right? But then look, it's isolated in the woods. It's got a fog around it. It's hiding. It's just sitting on this perch, stubborn and unwilling. So you want to come out. It also looks so like there's a light coming from the fog. I don't know if you guys can see that because of the glare of my light, but there is a light coming in from the fog on this cardinal that I noticed. And that is where you need to fly towards, stepping into your power, stepping into your inner light. You have ideas inside of you that are bursting to come out, but you can't keep procrastinating. Like, I know what that's like, right? Procrastinators meeting postponed indefinitely. That's my ideas in my head all the time. But now is the right time. This is the time where you can say, like, oh, is this the right time? If you're waiting for the right time, there's never going to be a right time to do things. Step into your power, take flight. Get off this perch, get out of the fog, stop isolating if that's what you're doing. If you're not isolating right now, make sure you don't start to isolate. Not everyone's going to love your ideas. You're not going to please everyone. But you know what? Stick to the people who are your tribe. They will support you no matter what. Fly out of the woods, out of the fog, get off that perch and go into your light and be successful and have a bounty coming towards you. You just have so much potential and power right now that you need to step into. Now is the time. If you're waiting for the right time, now is the right time. Now is the right time. Now is the right time. Every second is the right time because there's never a right time. The right time is now. Step into your power, step into your potential. Steve, you got oracles and beyond, and then I'm doing be kind.
Okay. Get going for you here, Cassie. As always, either clear your mind and let the universe throw something out at you, or think of a question or something that you could use a little enlightenment on or draw your attention to. Think of a number between 1 and 34, or pick a number at random, or just let me pull a random card for you. Whatever you desire, let me know when you're ready.
Anyone in here with the channel, if you want to go ahead and drop your link. And guys, if you aren't subscribed to my channel yet, which we're on right now, please go ahead and hit that button. I have so much good stuff coming up and coming in. Okay. And if you have any encounters with the supernatural and or paranormal that you want me to recount in my listener encounter series, I'm already on volume 7, which is going to be released either Saturday or Monday. So let's keep it popping. Jason, I'm also in the middle of doing your full video, just your short fiction stories. Okay, be kind, I got you. You're next. Oracles and Beyond wants a random card, please.
Okay, I got your random card here, Cassie. Oracles and Beyond had a fun time over there last night on her channel. Go back and watch it. And yeah, the mods would drop people's links in there. You won't let you post a link unless you are a mod, but if you've got a channel,
oh, my bad, guys.
Let one of our mods know.
Thank you, Melissa
Cassie,
Nicole.
You got card number 1, Opulence. It's time to lead. Let me get that.
Ooh, sounds like my card.
It's a beautiful card. I like this deck. This is the Magic of You Oracle. Pull that over here where we can see it. Card 21. Love the artwork on these. And 20, 21. Get my light on here. I keep forgetting to put a desk lamp over here so I can read. There's great wisdom in going with life's flow and choosing your battles, conflicts carefully, and accepting change wisely and peacefully. There's also a time to assert your authority and trust your wisdom and leadership skills. People and situations are now looking to you for guidance. Wear your success and assets proudly. They are well earned. It's time to be a light so that others may follow. The gift of opulence, the girl of opulence in the artwork there, wears the lavish golden crown of leadership. It emits a radiant glow. It signifies spiritual enlightenment as well as earthly accomplishment. Being in an exalted position gives you the opportunity to be a wise leader and help others, much like happiness is only real when shared. Love that statement. And being exalted only meaningful when it helps others. Indeed. Now, there's a little ritual here called the Light of Leadership. Write a list of your personally perceived best assets and accomplishments. Then ask someone who knows you well what they think your best assets and accomplishments are. Then ask a stranger what they perceive might be useful and advantageous in you. When you have the three lists, place them under a gold candle and keep it burning through the dark night with the intention of shining your light into dark places where it's needed. An opportunity to let yourself shine will soon appear. Step in, step up, volunteer. You're adding to the karmic bank of your life's vaults and channeling universal and divine expression. And that was such a good card for you, Cassie, because we already know that you're like that. You're like me. You're one of those people that success doesn't mean anything unless you share it. And you're already doing that. You've already got people that look to you for guidance, that look to you for enlightenment, that show up to these readings and walk away feeling better about themselves than when they walked in. You're on your right path. You've got your path chosen well, and nowhere to go but up. But
that might be my favorite card so far.
So far, it's awesome, and I love you to death, Cassie. You just opened right up to me and invited me and made me a part of your family over there. Now they all come over and see things on my channel and things, and that's the way it should be. I like that. Again, we talked about this earlier with some other readings tonight, but that reciprocation, that I help you, you help me, we all help each other. We all get where we're going, and makes the journey a little easier if we've got somebody pulling along with us, or take an oar and help paddle down the river there. So good deal. Thanks, Cassie, for letting me read for you. That is a beautiful card indeed, and like I said, very apropos for you.
Melissa Wiggins says, Gemma, you're a trip. You keep me laughing, like ugly laughing. What is it called? Snarfle? When I laugh really hard?
Ugly laughing.
Snorkel?
I know what you're talking about.
I don't know what it's called. I snorkel. I don't know. Be kind. Number 4, Oracles and Beyond, to send me cards. That would be amazing and a true gift, and save me a lot of money. I really would appreciate that. Amazing. If you can email me or give me your email address. Be kind. Okay. Clear your mind. Boo. Okay. Ooh, you got definitely not my book. I just picked up my sticky notes. The Werewolf, Exploring Wildness. Luminosity triggers it. A wild moon rises. Pain and blood and fangs. Fur and howling and wolfen guises. After a painful, excruciating, bone-jarring struggle against the change, the man releases to the magic. Howling, unrestrained under the full moon, now the half-man, half-wolf rises up, snarling, and goes looking for blood. Yes, we all know the power of the werewolf. After the end of the European witch trials, an intense interest in the werewolf developed in folklore tales and evolved to become the stuff of horror movies. Fairly consistently since then, the Wolfman or Lycan has featured regularly in tales both oral and written. Of course, during the last 100 years, there have been many hugely popular movies, including American Werewolf in London, and themes in books such as the recent Twilight Saga series. The werewolf is a kind of shapeshifter, but one that has traditionally had little control over his wildness. In a way, an inner battle between civilization and the wild animal nature fights inside the one body. The vitality, strength, and freedom of the animal versus the reason, control, and intellect of the man. Which one, though, is the dominant force? What is the healthy balance between our animal nature, one that is wild, free, and connected to nature, and our radically civilized humanness, separate from or dominant over nature? The werewolf asks us to consider this balance and to delve into our own ideas of wildness, independence, and custodianship of the planet. When is the last time you spent all day outside? When is the last time you threw your head back and howled at the moon? Do you quash the vitality and curiosity of your body and mind by sitting all day in front of a computer? The werewolf challenges you to weave a balance between nature and your own nature. So between human nature and the wild nature, right? Hello, Selena. So, I guess what this is saying, what I'm getting intuitively for you off this card, Be Kind, is that perhaps, I don't know if something happened to you that triggered you to be like this, or if this is just how you are, you're playing it a little bit too safe. You maybe need to come out of your shell a little bit more, and you definitely need to spend more time outdoors in nature. Let the vitamin D from the sun hit you. Let your skin go out buck naked if you can. If you cannot, go in, a bikini, whatever, a bathing suit, as naked as you dare, as bare as you dare, as Steve said, and just let the sun hit you. If you have water near you, let the water run over your feet and your toes. Don't always play it so safe. Maybe take a wild chance, right? And I am getting older for these cards, guys. I'm sorry. Take a chance on something. If you haven't already received an offer or an opportunity for something that's way out of your comfort zone that you're like, I would never do that. It's probably not going to be bungee jumping, but I'll use that as an example. If someone offers you to go bungee jumping, it's something you never, ever dare do in a million years. This card is telling you to go ahead and do it. Now, don't get crazy and start getting nuts and doing illegal or bad things. But this is saying that if you don't step outside your comfort zone, you are not going to grow. And if you don't grow, you're also not going to grow spiritually. You're not going to grow and advance psychically, spiritually, emotionally. You're kind of going to go stagnant. And so, yes, I have to stifle myself because I can go on and on. So take a chance, say yes to an opportunity you normally wouldn't say yes to, and make sure you get more out in nature. I'm getting vitamin D on your skin. So let the sun hit you and spend some time outside as well. Welcome, Jeanette. Welcome anyone who came in that I did not see. Steve, you got football cats.
All right. Yeah, Jeanette came in looking for me. Is Steve coming back? I had my camera off. Speaking of the devil, and the devil appears. How's my little brown elf doing today, Jeanette? Good to see you. Okay, let me get shuffled up here. Who am I reading for?
Football cats. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have 5 left.
Football cats?
Football cats.
Okay.
Wow, that's awesome. John Lorden used to be my absolute favorite YouTuber. He was the first true crime. He was how I found out that true crime was on YouTube, by John Lorden. He is the only channel that I'm a patron for. I give him $1 a month, even though I want my $1 back now because I don't watch him anymore. All right, I want to get moving because I do have some work to do after stream, and we have 5 people after Football Cat.
I like him, but he's got those like basset hound eyes. He looks like he's about to fall asleep.
Monica, you're coming up, boo. Don't worry.
And I'll read for Jeanette if you want to bump her in there somewhere too.
Okay, but we're getting close.
The person that I'm reading for, what was it? Cat, dog, hound?
Football cats.
Football cats. If you're in the chat, go ahead and think of a number. Oh, they already gave a number. Okay, right there. So this popped up. My chat is
lagging.
Lag on it. Yeah,
we're lagging too.
2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. And the 9th card down.
She said, I'm an old lady. I'm getting there. Hey, Blue Crossroads.
Thank you. Just know if you're male or female, just for the energies involved, it can make a difference in the reading.
It really does, guys.
Make any difference to us personally. You got card number 30. Looks like I can't see. It's dark over here. I've got all my lights doing other duties today. Let me turn this light on my phone here. That's what I've been using to read. And now there we go. Card 33, Translucence, Love the Darkness. Let me get that card up on the screen for you there. Another beautiful card. I'm loving the artwork in this deck. It's kind of muted. There's not a lot of color in it, but
yeah, but it's just nice.
It's very, very beautiful. It pops. And let me get over to number 33 in the little booklet here because I don't have these memorized. And see what we have for you there, football cats. Translucence, love the darkness. It's time to enter the underworld. You have been existing on the superficial plane for too long, and a balance is required. Be like the goddess Persephone, who descended to the underworld. In the patriarchal myth, it is Persephone, ever how you want to say that. I've heard it both ways. In the patriarchal myth, it is said she was stolen by Hades, but this is not true. A goddess that powerful would never be stolen. In a matriarchal society, she would have been described as entering willingly and then deciding to have Hades as her partner. The Maiden of Translucence has her eyes closed, if you look at the card there, like the Fool of the traditional tarot deck. This is a card signifying the beginning of life's next magical adventure. She is letting go, and her winged bird steed, and it is a combination of a horse and a crow, looks like there.
Yeah, beautiful.
It's preparing to plunge into the cracked earth opening up before them. The forest branches beckon, come this way. When translucence appears, it is also time to redefine your own parameters. Protect your sanctuary and willingly take the journey into the unknown in reverse of you. Feathers are shedding, the hand is beckoning. Take the journey. Buy the ticket and take your ride, in other words. This card said it's time to fall in love with the darkness within you. And that doesn't mean anything evil necessarily.
Right.
The darkness can be things that you've hidden away, something that you've stuck in the attic in the corner of your mind. Go up there, dust the cobwebs off, shine a light around, see what you've hidden away in the darkness that you might want to bring out into the light now. Embrace the darkness and bring it into the light. So there's a lot of different ways you could interpret that card. Hopefully that means something to you, but I believe it does. I think it speaks to you. There's maybe some hobbies or something that you put away and you kind of forgotten about, and it's in that dark corner of your mind. And go looking around in there, see what you can find, and see what might be time to pull back out and get into to give you some joy that you hadn't thought about in a while. Again, that's just my perception. That and $5 will get you a cup of coffee at Starbucks, but hopefully you take something away from that. Thank you for letting me read for you.
Okay, and we're gonna have Monica. Monica, I don't remember what your number was. I did not write it down, girl. Thank you guys. You guys are all so sweet. Unfortunately, though, I'm pushing 40. I'm an 83 baby, 80s. Translucent veil. The veil is thinning, guys. We've been saying this for a long time. I want someone to get the apple card because it's my favorite card in this deck. It's beautiful. I see 7. Okay, thank you, Monica. Clear your mind, boo. Or think of a question, whatever. Because I've seen it and I think it's just gorgeous, but I haven't actually pulled it yet. There's a lot of them I haven't pulled, but that one for some reason is calling to me. Maybe I'll have to check it out after stream. All right, Monica, here we go. Number 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, this is a beautiful card. You got the card of winter. The sacredness of pausing. Lightly I step, for the earth falls asleep, a lullaby to rest and pause, the soul's secrets to keep. Death is frightening, even though, or perhaps because, it is inescapable. However, as we move into winter, we know it signals a literal and metaphysical death. In some parts of the planet, the extreme weather means snow and ice buries all life, and the ground lies fallow and still, like in New Jersey. In winter, the earth slows down, and there is less light and often more wet weather. Many plants die back, many animals are less active, and traditionally, it was a leaner, more difficult time for those who worked on the land for their living. Winter often brought with it the end of a life cycle, a figurative or literal death. Should the winter card appear to you, it's time to let what no longer serves you die away. Where it seems natural and right to let things that have been bothering you for some time die back, take real action to change those things. Anything that is superfluous, extra, and burdensome, release it. I've been saying this all night, okay, to people, and that is that we need to let go of what no longer serves us. You need to let go of what no longer serves you. Also, this card to me signifies not only letting go, but it says the sacredness of pausing, taking a minute to stop and to think, and not so much about what you're doing. I think you're pretty much in tune with what you're doing. I think you know what this means about letting go, but pausing and taking a minute to maybe think before you speak, and also to think about what someone else's intentions or motives are. I'm getting in my head someone else's intentions, to think about the motives of the people that come into your life. I mean, I don't want to cut myself short. I want to just keep going. But yeah, so letting go of things that no longer serve us, that are superfluous or whatever, like the card said. I don't know really. I know what that word means, but I have a hard time pronouncing it. And also taking a pause, letting, or maybe dying to self, being more generous, letting go. And it's very hard to do. Next, you can do Leanne Nicole, then I will do Johnny Ramirez. So you're doing Leanne Nicole if she's still here.
Leanne Nicole. Say something in the chat if you're still here, and I'll shuffle the cards in the meantime. Jeanette says she's going to lurk, but I would like to read for you, Jeanette.
I have her last.
So lurk, but be ready to run over here to the chat. She likes to bake. She makes all kinds of wonderful.
Send me something, girl.
Goods. Yeah,
I'll give you my address. You send me something.
Laura Stevens sent me a edible fruit arrangement. It was different fruits dipped in chocolate. And oh man, I had a piece of the frozen banana dipped in chocolate last night. So good. So thank you, Laura. She's not here, but she may hear this later on.
Richard Elmore, I'll come back to you now that you're back, but we do really have to move along. So Johnny, who are you? Okay, Johnny Ramirez, I got your number. Leanne Nicole, one more shot. I know there's a little bit of a lag, so we'll give you a second. If not, we're moving on to Dogbird.
How many have we read for tonight, Gemma?
A lot. I'll tell you when we're done, or while you're reading, I'll count it up. Okay, yeah, go to Dogbird.
Dogbird. I'm reading for Dogbird.
Yeah.
Okay, Dogbird. I like that name, by the way. And not that it matters, but do you identify as male or female? Oh, there's Leanne Nicole. Now what do we do? Leanne Noel. Jim, I got an issue here.
Okay, hold on. We're reading for 30 people. You go for Leanne, then I'll do Johnny, and then you do Dogbird. So Dogbird, I will write down your number. Sorry about that.
I got a little ahead of ourselves there. Okay.
Because there's a lag, we can't see. I'm sorry.
I was
and it's Noel, my bad. I wrote Nicole.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. There's a lag, and I'm just trying to make sure I have at least an hour so that I can get some work done. So
listen, Nicole, I don't know what you're talking about. It sent me an edible thong. Depends on how long you were wearing it before you sent it to me. Sorry, couldn't help it. Okay, right. Leanne Noel, or is it Noel or Noel? I'll just call you Leanne. That way, it's a safe bet. And your number is 11, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Card number 11. So either clear your mind and see what the universe has to offer, or think of a specific question or situation and see how this relates to you. You got card number 30, Serendipity.
Ooh.
Let me get it on the card cam over here for you real quick. I said I love these cards. They're dark, they're muted, but they're still very, very beautiful. Sometimes you don't need a lot of color. And that one red dot you see there, and again, that is my camera. I'm going to cover that up with a little piece of micro tape so it doesn't add a red dot to everything.
You're absolutely right. There's not a lot of color, but it really pops. The card itself just pops.
Okay, serendipity. Merge with the flow. Be aware that opportunities are lining up around you, Leanne. Merge into the flow of life. Trust it in all its light and shadows. They brought you to this point. Maybe unbeknownst to you, you are perfectly poised for opportunity right now. Trust your efforts and recognize the signs of serendipity occurring around you. This means you are where you're meant to be, doing what you're meant to be doing or about to be. Be conscious of follow up and follow through. Good fortune forms around you. The girl in the painting of serendipity merges into the leaves of life, and they welcome her into their nourishing, lush embrace. Like them, she is growing in abundance and opportunity. Fresh potential awakens. Everything happens in its right time and place, exactly as it's meant to. Excuse me. And there is a little affirmation thing here you can do. A talismanic walk. Take a walk in a natural, I got a tickle in my throat. Sorry. Allergies. Had to get a drink of water there. Okay. Take a walk in a natural, private environment. As you do, stack stones and weave leaves and vines together in various places as talismanic offerings to the universal flow, indicating that you are merged and moving with its intended best direction for you. Nothing else, just get out and enjoy being in nature. But I like that, the weaving of branches and leaves and things like that, stacking of rocks, just to kind of mark your territory. This is me. This is where I belong. This is my moment. So I don't know. It sounds like maybe you're headed into something new, some kind of new venture. It could be a new relationship, a new job, something that's new or new to you, and you're going to be successful at it. Just sometimes you just have to let go and let it happen, let it manifest. You're already a part of the process. So I hope you take something away from that, Leanne. I think that's a good card. It's a beautiful card. And hopefully it spoke to you on some levels, maybe many levels. But thank you for letting me read for you.
Yeah, and everybody, I don't say it after every card, but I do appreciate you guys allowing me to read for you as well. Okay, so we're doing a total of 30. So it was 15 each. You were right. That's a little too much. We'll knock it down to 10 next week. Who did you just read for?
Leanne Noel.
Okay, so we're up to Johnny R, whose number is 7. And Leanne Noel, I'm very sorry I called you Leanne Nicole. I was probably thinking of Melissa Nicole.
Melissa Nicole. She's on everybody's mind.
Yeah, all of these Melissas, and Nicole is also my middle name.
Melissa and Nicole and
3, 4, 5, 6. Nobody's getting the apple. Ooh, the skeleton, which symbolizes strength. Skeleton. I was looking up strength. Derp. On the outside is flesh, on the inside is bone. There is strength in vulnerability. In power we have grown. Halloween is a scary festival. It is meant to frighten. We are meant to feel the release of being pleasantly scared. We trick or treat even though we know that someone may surprise us. We watch horror films knowing they will scare us. We even dress as skeletons who have no flesh at all and their bones are there for all to see. In short, we show our vulnerability at Halloween and our strength in facing our fears too. There is incredible strength in showing vulnerability. It can often be the bravest course of action and the most frightening. More often than not, it is a powerful catalyst for personal growth, even though we may not be able to perceive that at the time. By showing our true selves and displaying some balanced vulnerability, we can seek and receive greater understanding from others. By admitting that we are wrong or that we don't have the solution when we are expected to, we leave more room to turn things around faster. By asking for help and support rather than acting as martyrs and feeling resentful shows strength and wisdom, not weakness. Should the skeleton card bring itself to your attention, dare to show strength and vulnerability if that is what you really feel. Shame, pride, grudges, or embarrassment are hefty burdens that need not be carried through the darkest of nights. Okay, so being vulnerable, not being afraid to say you're sorry, not being afraid to ask for help, not being afraid to open up, right, to someone that you may care about, someone you may be thinking about, but you don't want to open up to them. Again, saying you're sorry, this vulnerability, this showing your true self, maybe at work, you have to pretend to be something that you're not. There's somewhere in your life, and again, intuitively, there's somewhere in your life where you feel you're not able to be your true self. And I think it's really affecting you, or it's going to be affecting you. I'm getting a romantic relationship, but I'm also getting a business partnership. So that's a little confusing, but somewhere in your life where you're afraid to be vulnerable, where you're afraid to be your true self. And no matter where that is, no matter what you think, being authentic and true to yourself is the best thing that you can do. I'm not saying that you're lying about anything, but when you lie, you always have to remember things. You might as well tell the truth. So that's the same thing. You might as well be yourself, be your truth, step into your power, step into your light, be willing to say you're sorry, be willing to go out of your way for somebody who may have hurt you, somebody who doesn't deserve it. And that's what I got intuitively. Show your bare self, bare your soul.
And Jeanette, don't worry, baby girl. I got you. I'm going to read for you.
You're at the end, boo.
You're on the list. So, hey, Jose, good to see you, buddy. Glad to have you with us.
Jose, what's up, bruh? How you doing? Dogbird is a male, and the number is 4.
Okay, that's who I'm reading for now.
Mm-hmm.
Dog
Good night,
bird.
Pam.
Yes, sir. We got kind of mixed up there with Leanne, but
because there's a lag.
Yeah.
You're welcome,
So,
Johnny.
dog bird numbers 4. Let me give a shuffle here till the cards tell me it's okay to proceed. Right there. 1, 2, 3. And the fourth card down is the 25th card in the deck. Phenomenon. Be still and listen to the spirits. Another gorgeous card there. I'm loving this deck. This is the first time I've used this deck, and I feel a connection to it already. It's got some good stuff there. And again, ignore the red spot. That's my camera. I see that, and I'm like, there's a red spot on every card. I'm like, oh, yeah.
That's all good. That's a great card, too. I can't get over all of these cards.
Phenomenon. Let's see what it says. Phenomenon.
Night, Pammy.
And this is Dogbird. It is time to invite and commune with spirit guides and ancestors and consider their advice and guidance. The girl in the artwork there has sacrificed one eye for inner sight as she bridges the worlds of life and death. She is surrounded by white lilies, which are known as the sacred flower of death. This indicates that your willingness and ability to be still and listen will reveal the beauty of your situation. The girl of Phenomenon's crown chakra and third eye are fused in a web of pearly branches that inspire peaceful contemplation. Do not fear the underworld. Instead, willingly descend into darkness with grateful awareness and a grace that others who came before you have learned lessons and answers you're seeking and are willing to share their insight and wisdom. There's a little ritual affirmation here you can do. Consider the people who have crossed over whom you would like to invite to commune with you and set place settings for each of them at your dinner table. Sweets for those in spirit are always appropriate, so set out desserts and sweet things for each otherworldly guest. Cast a sacred circle around the dining area by sprinkling a handful of rock salt in a sunwise direction. Light black and red candles at the table, then seat yourself. Welcome your spirit and ancestral guests by name, but from them do not speak. Eat slowly and focus on the energies of the spirits you have invited. Pay attention to thoughts and sounds that are meaningful and stand out to you. These are the messages from your guests. You can write down these notes during dinner. When the meal's complete, stand and create a space in the salt circle for your guests to depart. Thank them aloud. Clear the table and space. Offer food and beverages as libations to the gods by pouring the liquid on the ground outside and leaving crumbs of food for the animals. If you wish to keep the food for your personal consumption at a later time, this can be done. The food is blessed. Now that seems like a lot there to do just to, I mean, if you wanted to do something like that, certainly. But what I take away from this card, and this is what I'm getting on it for you, it's time to look at the people in your past, not necessarily those that have just passed away, that are on a different realm, but those that are still possibly alive, but in your past, and look at what you've learned from them and what you can still learn from them. And in regards to your ancestors, if you don't know about your family, go back and go on to Ancestry.com or somewhere like that. Get in touch with the people who made the way for you to be who you are. You carry a little bit of their DNA, each and every one of them, with you, and having insight of them gives you insight into yourself. I know years ago when my brother went back and did our family genealogy, we were surprised at some of the amazing people we had in our family tree, and it made sense in a way of things that I knew about myself that I didn't know. Why do I like that? Or where did that come from? Or how come I feel that way? It began to make sense when you looked back. For example, there's a very famous writer, was at the time, around the turn of the last century, Francis R. Stockton. He was a contemporary of Mark Twain. Nobody really knows about him now. Best thing he's known for is a short story called The Lady and the Tiger. But when, I looked back and found out I'm related to this person, that made a lot of sense to me. That's, where I come by things that I like to do. My writing, did I get it from him? Maybe not. But, it's in my genes. It's in my past. Have that ancestral ability there. And I think sometimes that I believe in the concept of like the dreams and things that are in your head, that some of that can come from your ancestors too. I think there's such thing as dream DNA, where you can dream about stuff from your ancestors that they saw or witnessed or even thought about. Because that would explain. I've had these weird dreams about places I've never been, know anything about, but there's an intimacy there, and I think that it's from people behind. But it's always good to call on your ancestors, either in spirit or just in your mind, and see what they offer for you. There's a lot of insight there. So hopefully you take something away from that. And thank you for letting me read for you. It's a gorgeous card.
So 2 things. 1, Devin Elizabeth Bradley says, yes, Steve. The Greeks have a saying, the blood speaks. The ancestors speak within you because their blood flows through you. Okay, so this is the last of the cards. I'm reading for Jarvis. You're reading for Jeanette. I'm reading for Richard Elmore. You're reading for Mike J. Richard Elmore, let us know you're still here. Everyone get your numbers together. Jarvis, what's your number? Count your gerbils.
That's going to take a while. He's got them all tattooed, though. They have their number on the back of their paw.
43. All right, let's do this. Sweetly Morbid, I could throw you on, but then, guys, we really have to stop. Sweetly, I don't know why I didn't just put you on when you first came in. My bad. Because I know some of you I just kind of throw on the list, and you were one of those people. Mike J, you're actually one, too.
Jarvis was on the list before you even got here.
Yeah, I know. I should have done that with you, too. I actually saw you sneak in and then forgot. All right, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3. Dawn. You got Dawn. The light after the darkness. After the darkest times, the sun will always rise. The dawn will always come. This can be no surprise. Whilst midnight is often thought of as a magical hour, throughout time, dawn has also had its share of the mystical. All manner of magical beings had to return to their true forms by dawn, like werewolves, for example, and vampires could only be active whilst the rays of the sun did not pierce the sky. Dawn and deities of dawn heralded both hope and new life. Goddesses such as Eostre and gods like Helios and Apollo were those who brought new life and the dawn's light to the world. The journey from the darkest night of the soul to a bright and hopeful dawn is one of the deepest and most powerful heroes' paths repeated over and over in mythology. Should you receive the Dawn card, you are being reminded that there is always a fresh start and new beginning to be had. Change is unstoppable, and even the most difficult times will pass, no matter how devastating they may seem. Hope is one of the most powerful motivating forces in the universe, and it's being indicated here. Hope, the dawn, the light of a new day, the awakening maybe of something new in you. There was something here that struck me. It reminds me of the Tower card in the tarot, right? Where you have one person who's kind of just standing there making a decision, and you have another person who flat out just jumping out the window of the card. It's all about how you see things, how you're going to accept the dawn. Are you going to cover up and hide in the dark? Are you going to go out and face the new day regardless of what it might bring you? I think that happiness is how we view our situation. Whether you think you can or you think you cannot, you are correct. You're right, right? So there may be a heartbreak that has just happened to you. It doesn't have to be romantic, but it could be something that happened to you that really shook you to your core. And if it didn't happen yet, get ready because it's coming. This card reminds you that not everybody's going to hurt you. Don't become jaded. The light of the new day, the dawn will come regardless. The sun's going to rise no matter what we're going through. So we might as well go out, seek new opportunity. I'm getting that. Seek opportunity, seek opportunity. It's just coming over and over again. So you need to get out every single day and seek opportunity, or else you're going to miss something. And as far as the heartbreak, the heartache, whatever happened here or is about to happen that kind of threw you for a loop, just know that it did or is going to affect you on a soul level. And but you're going to have to get up and face the world. Do not shut down. We need you. Step into your power. Step into your lights. Nope. I got you, sweetly. Like I said, there are people that go on as soon as they come in because I know you guys. All right, Jeanette, you're up.
All right, little brown elf, take the stage. Let's see here. Think of a number and clear your mind and see what pops up, or think about something specific that you'd like an answer
Right,
or
CJ.
some guidance for. Give me
Love
a
you,
number,
boo.
or I can just pick a random card. Whatever's up, whatever you want to do there,
Of course,
Jeanette.
Cookie.
Let's see if she pulled herself away from her baking. There's a considerable lag tonight. There's usually not that much of a lag.
Yeah, last week too, though, for some reason on this reading, if she pulled herself away for baking, I'll go on ahead and read Richard, and you can go back to Jeanette. It's not a problem. We're going to go till 10, but I need time to write that script.
On the StreamYard site, there's usually no delay or
there
latency
she is.
here, but there we go. 27.
See, I don't even see that. I just see okay, thanks.
5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. Well, I could have picked a random card, but I went with 27. It's random enough anyway. You got number 28 out of the deck. Sacrifice. What can you let go of? Let's see here.
A lot of these cards tonight that we're pulling are about letting go. Yeah, Jeanette, there's a lag. Boo. It's all good.
Sacrifice. What can you let go of? I wish that were a little clearer. That's a beautiful card.
Oh, wow.
Needed to work and zoom in on it a little more, but do that for the next time. Jeanette, do you feel like you're being kept in the dark? Do you feel like you're buried alive sometimes? Redefine your thoughts to contemplate that you are not buried, but planted. There's a difference. Soon it will be time to bloom, to be aware and to know, but for now you must merge with the darkness in order to grow. You're a seed. You got to put you in the ground, and even though it feels like you're buried, you're about to bloom. You're about to blossom forth. Then the painting there, the maiden has sacrificed her ego to become her primal self. Her reptile-like spine descends from her pineal gland and plunges deep into the earth, rooting her into the mother's dark embrace and plugging her into Gaia's source. Is she emerging from the earth or being drawn down into it? Both aspects are appropriate to consider. On the one hand, she is planted. On the other, she is blooming. When this card appears, it is time to consider, what are you willing to sacrifice, to let go of? What are you prepared to recycle in yourself, in people, places, and things around you in order to nourish and grow? Remember, the harder the sacrifice, the more difficult something is to let go, the greater the exponential growth. So that is a good card for you. And think about that. You know what? You're in a process of almost like death and renewal here. You're a perennial. You know, you bloom out and then you go back in. You bloom out and you go back in. But every time you're a little bit bigger, you've got more blooms. How you want to. Maybe that's not a good analogy, comparing you to a flower, but in a way I can see that. But think about that. You know, what can you let go of to make yourself better? What can you sacrifice now to make your future better? And like I said, the bigger the sacrifice, the bigger the reward, the bigger return. So she says, sounds like something she can sacrifice in the future very, very soon. If you've got something in mind, something you've been considering, something you're thinking about, there's your answer. Let it go and see what happens. So I hope that means something to you.
Hey, Laura, welcome. You're catching the end, but it's so good to see you. Richard Elmore, I'm getting the number 11. I don't know if you said that, but pick your own number. But whether or not you said 11 or not, that's the number that's coming up. Yeah, I don't know who it's for. Just email me. I don't really want to talk about it in stream. I just had to put it out there because it's driving me absolutely insane. I don't know who it's for, who she's here for.
And there's Laura. Laura, I was just telling everybody earlier about that wonderful edible fruit arrangement you sent me. I had a piece of chocolate covered banana last night. I put it in the freezer and
I'm
froze all
jelly.
of it. It is so good. Yeah, Jim was like, I never get anything. You suck.
Yeah, nobody ever sends me anything but Steve. Oh, one of my subs sent me Kratom one time, and then I never heard from him again. I was like, what the heck, Shane Taylor?
It made you sick too, though, didn't
Number
it?
11.
Didn't that Kratom about do you in?
No, it just didn't do what it was supposed to, so it annoyed me. Okay, so you want 11 or 14? We'll do 14. That's your number that you picked. 11 could be coming from something else. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You got it. You got the card. I've been wanting to know what it means. The apple, risk and reward. And though the cards are not numbered, this, I believe, yes. Oh, no, it's not the first card. Ancestors is, but it's the second card. Sweetest icon, risky red desire, poison and freedom, tempting hearts of fire. Apples have been a symbol of Samhain for a very long time. Apples, when cut in half, have a seed pattern that looks like a pentagram, and so the Celts held the fruit to be sacred. Bobbing for apples, a game traditionally played at Halloween, has its origin in the Samhain festival and is one of the oldest associated with the celebration. The traditional way to play is to place 3 or 13 apples into a barrel of water, and the game is to try and bite an apple whilst it floats and bobs in the water. Hands must not be used, and people often compete with each other, bobbing at the same time. It is believed that the Romans brought the custom to Britain, and there are quite a few images recorded through art of this activity in both cultures. It was said that unmarried women who placed the apple they had bobbed under their pillow would dream of their future husband. In Newfoundland and some parts of Ireland, even today, Halloween is actually called Snap Apple Night. Candy apples, apples on a stick covered in toffee, although not quite as popular now as they once were as Halloween fare, are now making a comeback as a fun and simple treat to prepare on this night. I absolutely love them. Apples have been an iconic part of mythos from ancient times to modern. The story of the poison apple in Snow White to the Roman goddess Pomona's magical apple tree to the Christians' tempting fruit in the Garden of Eden. By the way, it does not say apple anywhere in the Bible. Should you receive this apple in your reading, it's time to look at how risk plays out in your life. Are you hedging your bets and not trying anything new? Do you want change but are not willing to change anything? Are you willing to risk too much to get a greater reward? I don't know where too much came from. Are you willing to risk to get a greater reward? Or alternatively, are you risking too much too often? So, okay. I just pulled something that was kind of like this as far as taking risks, right? The risk versus the reward. Obviously, you don't want to go and gamble away, say, your kids' college money, because you might get a reward, right? But taking small risks, kind of, again, stepping into your power, not being too afraid to live, being too afraid to move. There's something that hurt you. There was some kind of betrayal. That's what I'm getting from this card, a betrayal. Somebody betrayed you, somebody hurt you, or will. I'm getting it as past though. And you're still kind of reeling from it. You're still trying to move on. This is something I'm getting. Watch your money situation. Don't gamble. Don't take risks as far as money right now. But in all other areas of your life, go out and do something you never thought that you would do. Don't sit around waiting for someone else to offer you to take a risk or to offer you to do something, like I said before, skydiving, something like that. Go out and do it yourself. Let yourself be free. Run naked through the woods. Go skinny dipping with your significant other or even by yourself, right? Go out and lay underneath the stars at night with, a little lamp light and a good book. Do something that makes you comfortable, but also do something that takes you outside of your comfort zone, and you'll experience a little bit of risk, that heart elevation, that really living, and you'll get the reward also of doing something that you love. And as far as that hurt, that betrayal, just know that everything comes around on a karmic level, and every dog has their day, is what I'll say about that. You might not be there to see it, but whoever that person is, it's going to come back to them tenfold, as everything always does. I'd like to say it's pronounced K-A-R. It's spelled K-A-R-M-A, and it's pronounced haha, F-U. So, you're doing Mike J. I'm doing Sweetly Morbid Bear, and then we have to wrap up because I have scripts to write.
Okay, Mike J.
Me too, Blue Heron. Me too.
Here, I see him.
What's
he
up,
wants
Dusty?
to go parasailing with his pants down to his ankles. Now, that's an ambition. I've always wanted to pee out of a helicopter.
Blue Heron, Steve, you're horrible. I am getting a new pool. The bears kind of teared my pool up. I'm not doing it this year because of my well issues, but next year I'm getting a big pool. You can come on over. I don't know if we'll skinny dip, but we can wear bikinis. You're very welcome. Everybody, you're very welcome.
Could
Mike, pick a number.
I could go number 2 out of a helicopter. No, they when I lived in Las Vegas, they have those helicopters that fly up and down the strip constantly. People get on there and ride over the strip, and I thought it'd be fun to rent one of those and then pee out the door. Of course, they kind of frown on that sort of thing. It's probably a felony. Okay, Mike J. What's number 5? Clear your mind, or think of a specific question, issue.
Steve is a deviant.
Would like some. There's nothing deviant about that, just mischievous.
What about for the person that's underneath that gets peed on? Is it raining? And a little kid opens its mouth to be like, I can touch the rain. That's all I could think of is RJ trying to get rain in his mouth, and it's Steve's urine.
Don't take your kids to Las Vegas. That's
I probably never will.
Okay.
Maybe my 22-year-old.
Aside here.
Good night, Devin.
Mike J. got effervescence. Cultivate love. Mike J. Let me get you on the card cam here and bring it in. I like this card cam. I just don't get one set up for you too, Gemma. And
I just need to find something that has a good angle with I have the other camera, but I just need to figure it out. And I will. I'll try to figure it out Sunday.
Card 5. Yeah.
I also want to put up my green screen. Oh my God, gorgeous. They just keep getting better.
Gotta figure the angle of the dangle there on your card cam and get that going. Let's see here now. Let me. There we go. Flashlights. Okay, Mike J. Love is budding, blooming, and blossoming around you. The energy of new love helps all things grow, not just relationships. The potential for love is limitless right now. All blocks and obstacles are lifting, and the way ahead is clear. Be confident, optimistic, and joyful. If you've drawn this card at a time you're feeling lonely or disillusioned by love, it is a sign to cultivate love in other areas in order to infuse the arid part of your life with nourishing passion. The more love and joy you can feel in pursuits and aspects, the more this energy will flow into the areas that you feel are lacking. In the artwork, the maiden contemplates the beauty of her life. Her white dress denotes purity and simplicity. Its hem is dipped in violet, which confers spiritual enlightenment. She senses the sweet energy of love and optimism bubbling up and blooming. The green hues of spring and newness form a halo of light around her head. She is growing, and she looks to be blindfolded or have some kind of covering over her eyes. And, they say that love is blind. And I've heard people say that that's one of those things that when you do go out looking for it, that's when you won't find it. You're most likely to find love when you least expect it. Now, it could be, talking relationship here, but it could be something that you love. It could be a new pet. It could be a job. It could be a hobby, something that you love in a different aspect, not a physical, corporal love, but something that brings you great joy. Love takes on so many different forms. Mm-hmm. I love my dog, but I wouldn't marry him. I mean, people probably frown on that sort of thing. But,
I'm sure it's legal somewhere.
Yeah.
I saw something the other day about a woman who married a 300-year-old dead pirate. She just went out on a boat and married him, but they got divorced because he was annoying her and becoming overzealous. I'm serious. They did.
I saw that there was another about a woman
that married
a ghost or something, but
she married a pirate. He was dead for 300 years. She married him. Sorry to interrupt your reading.
That's okay. I'm at the end. There's a little ritual at the end here that you can do or not do. It's up to you. Just a suggestion. Empower a ring or other piece of metal jewelry by placing it on the earth or natural fiber cloth and leaving it in the light of a new moon throughout the night. Wear it to bless all facets of your life with a sense of renewed life and love. And that's true with anything. There's a lot of moon work you can do like that, where you can put something out there and let the moonlight shine on it. And it does seem to empower it and charge it up, as it were. But hopefully you take something away from that, Mike J. said it may be regarding a relationship or it may be something else entirely. But hopefully, love is all around you, as the song goes. Embrace it and let it go. Send it out there, and it comes back, usually manyfold. So, thank you for letting me read for you.
All right, sweetly. Please give me your number and clear your mind. And then, guys, I am out. I've had nothing but granola with yogurt today to eat. So I'm also getting psychically exhausted. I've got this person in my ear who I can't figure out who she belongs to for an entire week now. I'm going to see if she'll go into the light, maybe.
I'll talk with you later, Gemma, but I've got some insight on that for you.
Okay, pick a card. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go with number 11. That was popping in, so it's probably was popping in for you. Be kind. Have a great night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh. You got the Skull of Light, because there are a few skulls in this deck. Being a Halloween deck, it's pretty. There's Skull of Stars, Skull of Lights, Skull of Flowers, and Skull of Darkness. You got the Skull of Lights, Illumination. Hello, Carol.
Hi, Carol.
We can stay in the dark, exist only in the midnight hours, but shining the torch, the victory is ours. As the famous psychotherapist Jung suggested, knowing our own darkness helps us cope with the darkness of others. Taking the time to know thyself and to seek understanding of our more destructive or shadow natures can lead to a huge happiness and less anxiety. The idea of being shown the way in the most difficult of times and always knowing that we are never alone in the darkness are the keys to this magical element. Light is usually a comforting thing, yet sometimes we do not really want to see the boogeyman under the bed. It is too scary, too big, and we know not how to defeat it. Yet, by simply shining the torch upon such darkness, the victory is ours. Should the Skull of Light enter your life, know that it is time to open yourself fully to the clarity of bright illumination. Allow yourself to be seen, to see, and to act upon what is shown to you. The time has passed for hiding, for pretending, and for swallowing our discomfort by accepting the status quo when it really doesn't suit us. Again, another one. Sirach, welcome. Another person who needs to step into the light, who needs to stop hiding, reeling over some kind of heartbreak. Again, doesn't have to be romantic. I'm getting something here about business, maybe a business that you were going to start with a partner, or a business you were going to start by yourself but thought you needed a partner. Now is the time to act, to do it, not to procrastinate. The light is shining on you. Your spirit guides are with you. The universe is perfectly aligned for you right now to start that business, whatever it may be. Maybe it's not a business. Maybe you just want to start doing yoga, reading oracle cards for the heck of it to help people out, or doing tarot. Something mystical, though, is what I'm getting. Not really mystical, but like something spiritual, something to do with your spiritual self. And I'm not talking religion. To take the plunge, step into the light. Don't hide in the darkness. I always say my father used to call my psychicness my retard shit, and my mom never wanted to talk about it. So, I'm just now growing into it at 38 years old. This is saying accept who you are, because you are beautifully, perfectly, and wonderfully made. Don't let anyone tell you you're less than, because you are definitely not. Accept who you are. Be proud of who you are. Walk out into the world with the light shining on you. Illuminate every aspect of yourself that people said was weird, that you think is weird or off or odd or different from the crowd. I always say this chat is the island of misfit toys, and we freaking love it. So do you. Don't let anyone make you feel less than or weird. Be confident and capable in your weirdness, in your oneness, in your uniqueness, and know that true love is going to come to you soon. If it has not already, you're going to find a community like this one to embrace you. You have a lot of really good stuff and really great people coming into your life, both romantic and otherwise. And I keep getting business. So if you're thinking of starting a business, opening a business, if you get the opportunity to co-start a business with somebody, I would say take that plunge and do something that is unique to you. Sweetly Morbid Bear, thank you for letting me read for you. Thank you everybody who allowed me to do that. I really have to go. It's almost exactly 10 here, and I have 1 hour to finish a script and to get something to eat before I put the little bug to bed. So I love you guys so much. If you haven't subscribed to this channel already, please do. If I didn't get to read for you tonight and you came in late or wanted a card, just pop in next week a little bit earlier. We're going to try to stick to 7 to 9 from now on. And I love you guys. Always be kind. Always choose kind. Be kind to others, but also be kind to yourself. It costs nothing. It's absolutely free to be a decent and kind person. Have patience, compassion, be caring, be compassionate, be you, be unique, be a toy from the island of misfit toys like we all are. Sending light, love, and peace. I will give Steve the link for these bracelets in the description. It'll be in the description box. Not right this second, but I'll try to do it tonight or first thing in the morning. And I am doing readings now, guys, for I'm thinking about donations or price. I'm really not sure. I have a few people on my list that I'm going to read for free because their energy just rang out to me. And one because she's my mom. So guys, good night. Sweetest and Swedish dreams, if that's your thing. And look out for, I have Forest Demons Part 1 encounters on my channel right now. And this week I'm releasing an arson, a murder, and a disappearance. What happened to Joey Lynn Offit? Have a great night. Mwah.
Yeah, and that goes double for me. Thanks, everybody. Looks like I read for exactly 13 people, if I kept track here. That's a good number tonight. I don't think either one of us got too tired or too worn out.
I'm just starting now to get worn out. So
card reading is like a muscle. You have to work it out a little bit, but you could overdo it. Last week I overdid it with the 4 hours with Cassie, and then another 3 here.
We actually went 3 hours and 45 minutes last week.
Yeah, but we did good this week. I think I'm okay. You seem to be pretty much okay. But we're going to go ahead and get on out of here. Thanks for taking part of your day or night there and sharing it with us, so that
yes,
all of our days and nights kind of meshed together and became what this is here. We have a fun family, a lot of people here. Got some good readings, had some good cards in there tonight, and thanks again for everybody that let me read for them. I'll see you later tonight at 13 past midnight for Ghost Stories at midnight. And next week, I'm on with Dave Scott tomorrow night on Space Out Radio. After that, I'm going to start doing Ghost Stories at midnight earlier, maybe midnight Eastern time. I've had some requests for that, and that way I can get more done.
That would be great. I can go in.
Yeah, indeed. So, with all that said, we'll see you back Friday night on Missing Persons and Mysteries for our Campfire Stories Mega Friday the 13th stream. Should be a good one. Got some other special guests coming in. And Ed and I sleep about 2 hours a day in the morning, around 2, 3, 4 o'clock. And then I get about an hour nap, usually between 2 and 3 in the afternoon. And that's it. But that's all I need. And I've made it work for me. Been that way all my life. No ill health effects, or I think it would have already done something to me. Maybe it has.
All right, I got to get out of here.
All right. We're going to get out of here. Thanks again for joining us. Be kind to yourselves and each other. And as Gemma says, doesn't cost you anything. I'm Steve Stockton. And I'll see you a little further on down the road. Jim, it's your channel. I'll let you play us out there.
Yep. Good night, guys. I love you guys so much. Again, sweetest or sweetest dreams, whichever one's your thing. I'm going to go stuff my face, and I can't wait to see you guys next week and to see what Friday the 13th has to offer. My son is a July 13th, born on a Friday in October of 2018. So Friday the 13th, baby, indeed. And all right. Thanks again, guys. Thank you, Spirit. Love and light. Love you. Mwah.